I heard it's cold up there.
Say what you feel.
I don't feel nothing.
Yeah, we know that.
I hear he's got a pussy.
The only reason why I say canvas because I watched that tattoo show once on YouTube, so I seen them say the canvases.
Oh, this guy.
I got that
I didn't
fucking
even catch
lingo,
on
bro.
that you were using lingo, bro. Fuck me. I didn't even catch that lingo. Dave fucking Navarro up in this bitch. You have been, Well, yeah, sometimes, but you just gotta understand that it's on someone for life.
Yeah.
So they want it to be wicked good.
And you like say you do a lot of your so people know what they're getting when they go to you too,
yeah.
right? So,
I have my own style.
Yep.
I have the way I like to do things, All right, so let's.
Okay, Fran, look at the mic. Look at your head. You have to pay attention.
Are we good right now? We're live.
Yeah, we're going.
Bro.
I'm just like looking at you. I'm like, why didn't you picked up? I got you super.
That's what I
ranked.
used to do. That's what the first podcast I did too. Remember how quiet it was?
Well, I look over and his head's in front of the microphone. I'm like, no wonder.
What'd you say?
No wonder it didn't get fucking picked up,
You want
mommy.
me to put this whistle pick?
No, that's gonna pick them up, and then I'm gonna have an extra one backed up
Oh.
over here too. It's the camera's angles are all different, so I gotta figure out what's going on.
It's like a real tattoo, though, right? I've never met you before. This is pretty crazy. It's like just a brand new client. I like it. Because Ryan was like, find someone that you mingle with, and then you were like, hey, you want to tattoo me? I was like, yep, let's do it. Fuck yeah.
I'm like the least picky person you'll ever meet too. So.
Mister, I don't drink coffee. I'm a monster.
Oh.
I'm the least picky guy ever,
As far
but
as
fuck you and
Only
your
eats
coffees,
pasta
bro.
for dinner.
Yeah. Butter only.
Tattoo whatever you want.
Not picky, but go fuck
Should have
yourself.
got a big day and some pasta noodle.
So, Ryan, I'm going to need a garbage can in here at some point.
Let me know and I'll do the intro.
I've cavicided all the tables. Everything in here is cavicided. Every piece of everything. Just for heads up. So, no, I know, but
That does bother me.
for the listeners and for the viewers, just so everybody knows this isn't some sketchy ass fucking.
I've been tattooed in some sketchy places. So. One
Me
time,
too, buddy.
some of the guy's eyes were fucking like different directions. And
Oh, buddy.
I
I got my first tattoo for my second or whatever from Daniel. The guy said, hold on, I need to do some lines. Hold on. Every fucking 6 minutes, the guy was doing lines. So, I feel you. So that's the stencil cream. We're going to get the stencil on. We'll let her dry for 5-10 minutes.
better than deodorant.
That's right. Hey, little Dettol.
So that's a big thing, eh? People just throwing deodorant on there.
Deodorant, ballpoint.
If it's old school, bro, if you're doing it from the...
That's how much shit you
$60.
want.
Yes, exactly, bro. This guy.
$3.
This guy.
He was listening to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
$60.
He was listening to that.
So yeah, this isn't really a how-to, but usually I leave my stencil on for 5 seconds with some good pressure. I'm not giving it all the tips for scratchers, but just usually hold her on there for a good bit. I hand stencil everything. So that's what we're working with to beat the band. So we'll let that dry for 5 or 10.
Are you much of a freehand tattooer or just on set?
For traditional stuff, if I was gonna do something like this,
Yeah.
I could do some filler in between there. I could add waves that are already in a direction.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily jump into a big area freehand. I'd at least marker it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to be able to be creative and do things myself, right? You were like, I want an anglerfish. I was like, okay, cool, man. Fuck
Choose
yeah.
your side.
My buddy Tyler, he started tattooing recently, so he found this fish online. And I didn't even tell him you wanted it. He just said, hey, check out this fish I'm going to tattoo tonight. And I was like, I'm taking that. I'm going to tattoo it as well. So he sent me a picture of it, and it looks pretty good.
See if you can do better.
That's it. So in the conspiracy realm, I heard some crazy shit this week. I heard, do you remember, what's that little girl's name? Oh, don't drop out of my name now.
Instantly, Greta.
No.
I was
Remember
thinking
back in the
too,
day, that
Greta
little
Thunberg.
blonde girl that went missing?
How long? Like early 2000s?
No, like 90s. That
Okay.
little tiny blonde girl. She was Canadian, I believe. Well, or maybe not. I can't remember what her name was. Don't do this to me. But anyway, I heard that little girl might be... John Benet Ramsey.
Oh, that chick. I was gonna say.
Bro, John Benet Ramsey there. I saw a conspiracy the other day where they did facial recognition and everything. She could be Katy Perry. Bro! Katy Perry.
Okay.
I think this is before me.
John,
Time.
yeah,
This
it
is way before our
John Benet
time.
Ramsey was like this beautiful little pageant girl who got murdered or kidnapped. Like,
Yeah, I
don't.
think she just went missing.
Yeah, and boom, they did like some facial whatever. But I was telling you about the heads on shoulders and shit, guys and girls. And Katy Perry could be John Benet Ramsey.
Okay. That's some fucked up shit.
Heavy,
But
but
what if it's just a doppelganger?
like that could be too.
You know?
It's just friggin' crazy.
I would do- yeah,
It's crazy
yeah.
conspiracy.
But
talk.
can you imagine this
I'm
girl's
just sharing
parents?
the craziest
We
stuff
thought
I heard this
we
week.
thought our daughter was gone,
Uh-huh.
but she's Katy Perry and she didn't. Where's our money?
That's right.
You
Where's
know?
our money?
You know what I mean? Like
Where's the Mulaski? He said.
that's crazy though. If that actually was true, what was her journey to get there? That's wild. You know.
Right?
You do. I've heard about that though in prior places, like famous people that.
Sorry, I'm trying.
That's all good, man. We're setting up.
I was wondering what that unit was there.
No, I'm gonna use this because it fucking that thing won't hook on anything. So we got Yeti that's 8 feet fucking tall.
And me, that's all mine is 4 feet tall.
So I'm like, I gotta go off the table, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, it's like showing like just not enough, man. The angles, they gotta be right.
How'd you get the name Yeti?
Yes.
Still, just being like a tall, lanky
Yeah.
dude, but
Yeah.
like I'm a Sasquatch dude. Like that, my whole life is Sasquatch. When I go to bed at night, I only watch Sasquatch stuff.
He's gonna have to take a couple DNA samples.
I am like I'm big. If you know anybody knows me, they know Scotty fucks with Sasquatch.
It's just from high school, from being clumsy and tall, long hair.
Yeah, but you know that Sasquatches are not clumsy whatsoever. They are the most nimble. You can't even hear those fuckers move, bro.
Tell the guys that gave me the nickname.
Yeah, buggers.
But is a Yeti and a Sasquatch the same thing? Because aren't Yetis
Yeah,
more like Arctic
They're
dwellers?
like abominable.
A Yeti is the snow.
Yeah.
That's
It's
like saying are people the same things if they come from Africa or the Arctic?
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on, Fran. That was racist.
So there's subs. I don't
You
know.
got Sasquatch
Yeah, there definitely
fucking
is, because this
racism
is
going
the-
on.
2020,
In
you
Florida?
can't say nothing.
In Florida, yeah. Did you just assume that Sasquatch's gender?
Holy.
You gotta
Remember? Okay, we're on Instagram yesterday and Ryan's scrolling through filters and he hits the LGBTQ section. And let me tell you, you can
Yeah,
scroll
yeah.
through the filters for days.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were so many sexualities.
No, it's true. The amount
Like,
of
there was probably 20 fucking filters and I was like,
yeah.
holy.
Well, then what was Megs telling us about? You're not
Is there
allowed
a
to have a
non-binary?
gender- You're not allowed to
No,
have a
there's
gender
like
reveal party
40
anymore?
of them.
Wow. You have to have
Is
that a COVID thing?
sex reveal
I
party.
just don't know. It's crazy
You
how
can't
like
assume the gender of the baby.
much we don't
Who the
know
fuck is
about
doing that? I don't give a fuck who's listening. If you ain't having a fucking gender reveal, you're having a sex reveal party. I don't know. That's what Yeti was saying. You're not allowed to have gender reveal party no more.
Oh yeah, Mags was saying something about that.
The
Yeah.
fuck is that? That's some
Yeah, that's-
commie shit.
Sex reveal party because you can't assume the gender of the baby.
Jeez. Well, yeah. Get with the times.
There's some people that still keep me guessing, I guess.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. Like that's crazy. You can't do that. That's where it's like shit's getting real.
Shit is getting pretty real.
I think it's been real, bro. Lately, it seems like
I just want to have a gender reveal party now before you can.
You even have a girlfriend?
No.
Oh, there you go.
that's probably the best.
You gonna have another kid, Scotty?
No.
Come on, man. We'll have a big party. Gender reveal.
Fuck that.
Do burnouts with
Yeah, that.
different colored
I'm
rubber.
be okay with that, but we're not fucking. I'm not having another kid. I just can't do it. I don't have the semen left in me after all these years.
That's just being real. That's
That's
from
right.
the heart, folks.
That's right. Let me just talk to you real for 1 second.
I don't know if I'd want to. There's shit going on in the world anyways right now.
So we're gonna start zapping this out with a 14-round liner.
Oh shit, that's some slang.
I guess so. I've never heard of that.
Never heard of a 14-round liner, you bunch of savages. What the hell's wrong with you people?
I don't ask questions. I just let
You know what's
somebody
kinda-
tattoo me.
It's kind of ignorant of me of thinking this, but it's 2020. I was assuming there'd be like plugins for the gun and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, this
like
one's
that.
pretty fancy.
Yeah, I was just
Well,
looking
yeah,
at
there is.
It's like a portable.
If you're broke.
that. Yeah, pretty much
I
though.
used to have a gun like that too till my dad got a job.
He bought me the sickest shit.
Well, you fucking wicked. No, I bought all this. Fuck off. Yeah, so yeah, I just use a battery operated. Mainly because of, like you said, rather than having cords everywhere and power supplies.
Oh, it makes so much sense. It'd save you so much time and fucking hassle.
I'm a semi-quick tattooer as well, so
Way more comfortable too, eh?
this thing has a 5-hour battery life, and with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 hours, I can snap off a lot of work.
Do you have like another?
Half a day.
You have a swap out battery too when you're doing it.
Yeah, buddy. This is pro as hell.
Well, it's hobbled as fucking hell. We'll call it
Put
that.
down one. Yeah, is that okay for you?
That's fine.
That's a little better for me because I can't go over down.
So we're changing pace. We got something different going today.
Major different.
Got some
This is a
Tattoos.
sick angle,
We're all set up. So
You almost
said
ready,
you did
Brian?
that? Mike, the guy from Mike's.
Yeah, Brett McQuarrie.
Cool. I like it a lot.
He's a buddy of mine. I painted his house in exchange for that
Cool. Did you do this one
at
too?
all? You
Yeah,
gotta
like-
roll in there.
7 years ago.
You can tell the
Something
style
like that.
change, eh?
Yeah,
I like it
he's
though.
definitely more into his own style, the Japanese kind of stuff now.
Yeah, traditional big bang.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think he's gonna do the rest of my arm too.
Cool. Who did these lettering for you?
All the same guy.
Oh, yeah?
Brett. Yeah.
He's the only guy to tattoo you yet?
Oh, one other guy, but his eyes were sideways.
Nice. Did
So-
he do those flags?
Brett did when
Oh, yeah.
when I was like 16, like almost 10 years ago now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this should work.
All right, man. Let's get into
Yeah,
it.
like we're going. Well, this is the podcast.
Yeah.
It's been live
Yeah.
for whatever.
Yeah.
Like this camera's been filming, and that one's been filming right from the get go. So I just wanted
Brando,
to.
you just boarded your station. buddy.
We live. There's just a lot of shit going on today. It's like
Right?
a whole different.
I know.
Getting-
No, it's cool. I like it. I like it.
This is
Took
how
a little
this
bit to
is.
get set up.
I
right?
just I didn't expect.
This is like a heady version of how it's made,
Mm-hmm.
how it's done, heady style.
That's what we're doing. How it's done. So if you, I'm sure he showed an angle. This phone's on the. We're doing the. What is this? An anglerfish?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it in like a bolder traditional style. We're gonna talk some conspiracy jazz. Just live the
Can you see
life
that?
of,
Yeah.
you know.
What the fuck is up?
That's cool. I like that. That is sweet.
I don't know if you guys have seen a live tattoo podcast, but I'm fucking super amped for
Yeah.
this.
I'm
excited.
Been looking forward to it. It's something fresh to me.
Yeah, this
I've
is.
tattooed 11 years and I've never done this, so it feels really.
I've never
good.
seen
Yeah.
someone get a tattoo, so I'm gonna have questions.
You've never seen someone?
Never seen someone get a tattoo.
Get
This is
this.
the first. Taking
Get
my
out
V
your
card.
goggles, buddy.
Yeah, my goggles. Gotta wear them all the time, buddy. They're always on.
So it's been trying for about 5. The podcast has been live, I guess. So we're just gonna get into it and fucking. We'll sling a little ink. We'll do the live, and if there's any questions when you guys see this, let me know and definitely answer anything you want to know. Unless you're trying to greasy grind on my fucking situation. So yeah, the Katy Perry thing. Do you remember that, Rye, or was that before your Gen 2?
I remember the little girl.
Yeah.
When she went missing and like all that kind of stuff that happened. It's fucked, dude. The other day, Mags was talking about this. Not about the facial recognition shit.
Listen,
but-
eggs is woke, bro.
But
John Benet Ramsey?
yeah, she was talking about John Benet Ramsey and like
Shut
how
up.
I can't even remember, or maybe she just had watched the movie because there was a movie about her, right?
Oh, was there?
I'm pretty sure there's a movie about her.
Oh, crazy.
Bro, Mags is into all that fucking weird, not weird, like, but
Fringe.
yeah, like
See,
shit that I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I watched that
There's-
all the time.
there's a lot of shit.
Like she
even
likes
like,
that shit.
I
Me
don't
too.
even that was kind of like say before our time, right? That John.
I don't know if it was so much
It was like we
before
were
your
real
time.
young, though, right?
Yeah, you guys would have been. You guys are probably her age.
But there
That's
was a
the
lot
thing.
of, now that I think about it though, there was a lot of shit in the 90s where like kids disappeared, but weirdly. Like, I remember a lot of kids.
Yeah,
going
and then
missing.
you go to 2020 and all the politicians are pedophiles and there's sex trafficking.
100%. 100%.
Oh,
But in the 90s, though, it's like, but in the 90s, though, it feels like there wasn't somewhat like weird shit.
because
like that,
we didn't
man.
know about it.
That's
People
right, there
weren't
was
so
no
in tune
internet.
with the internet,
That's
bro.
Right, that's true.
You couldn't just get information like,
Shit didn't
Well-
come around just in 2000s.
dude, look at Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill got hit. How quick did we know? Not even how quick did we know, but how quick was the news twisted in a way
That's right.
that it was made for you to think a certain way.
Yeah.
That's it.
They
Well,
weren't
you
just they weren't
they
just
knew.
showing what the fuck was going on.
You could
It
hear,
was like a guided.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
trying
a-
to tell you what is going on.
That's
It's
all
like-
part of the script, bro. Stick act one.
Well, that's what I
action.
mean, and that just goes to show you now how scarier of a time we live in, and like how yesterday's like proof,
How is
like
Mickey, all right?
proof of
Oh yeah, that's good.
civil war, bro.
Yeah.
Like boom! If yesterday wasn't a reality check of like how quick a
You could
civil
tell,
war can pop
And
off,
even like you say on the news, you know, whatever they say, like you say, like they're scripted or whatever, right? But you could tell, like there was like
I don't know about
holy
that.
fuck. But you could see like the change in their tone though. It wasn't like, you know, they're like holy fuck, like, you know, they're in the Capitol right now.
The narrative was being pushed, man.
well, and that's what I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Whether they know it or not, because this is the thing, dude. It's not like these newscasters and shit wake up and go to work and there's like this piece of paper that they have this scripted fucking thing of whatever that they're supposed to say and do that day.
Yeah, there is though. Did you not see that the Project Veritas
Well-
when they listened to the CNN conversations for over 2
The
months?
board,
I-
yeah,
That's
everybody-
exactly
that is-
what they have.
There and there is certain things, and I'm not going to say that it doesn't go that way, dude. I'm just trying to like lean on the lighter side of it, right? Those people are trained how to fucking answer questions and shit, and
That's
that's fact. So, but you hope that the low paid newscaster that we see on fucking CKWS or what the fuck ever,
Yep.
at the end of the day, you hope that this bitch isn't waking up, going to work with a
See,
list.
but that's the thing. I think when you look at, that's kind of like,
No, but in the back of her mind is what. Let me finish. So in the back of her mind, she knows the agenda.
yeah,
She knows that at the end of the day, she can't go right wing because
That's right.
she
That's
works
right.
for the left.
Yep. But
That's what I mean. It's like, do you want to get a promotion or do you want to get fucking? Do you want to stay at a desk?
yeah.
You know, some motherfuckers want promotion more than they care about their dignity. You know what I mean?
Totally,
Like,
dude. Yeah.
and I feel like that's kind of, it's like the
those are
whole.
the people that get to the top, right?
Yeah, not every police officer is a bad police officer. Blah bullshit. You know what I mean? Like it's one of them things, right?
They're
Like,
the kids that got picked on and beat up.
but it only
They
takes
wanna
one
be you.
motherfucker to ruin shit, son.
I think with the whole, see, it's weird because last night, like, I'm deep into the conspiracy shit. When I saw that kick off, I saw a video that said, Antifa dressed like Trump supporters. Don't let the media fool you. So when I heard that, it's like, you guys are spinning this from all angles. Those Antifa guys went out and spent $1 million on Trump gear. That doesn't make any sense to me. But who knows? I'm not a political terrorist. I literally have no idea
And that's
about
the
the
thing, we're
agenda.
in the day and age we're at, it's like, you know,
No.
some shit, it's like, you can't, you know, it's like, fuck.
You know what ties back to home though?
No, but it's easier for him. Sorry, go if you want to.
People when the natives were here taking over the tracks and standing up for themselves, staying proud. The people in the States that I have on from PlayStation or whatever, they were trying to tell me they were funded by George Soros.
Oh, I know,
How did George Soros fund
I
the
know.
natives that tie into Nega?
I know.
So when they say George
I know.
Soros is funding this and that, now I have
That's-
a little bit of an ease to it. Because you're going to believe that George Soros sent money to fucking Seth and the guys? I fucking doubt it.
Yeah, and this is the hardest part, bro. Is when you live. No, it's true though. It's so true, and this is why I can't fucking
This is
believe.
crazy, that's so crazy.
No, but it that's how you have
Yeah,
to take
it's-
it.
It's like there's,
You
that's
if you're
it,
not
though. It's
looking at it like that,
information,
what
but
are you? How are you
information,
looking
see
at it?
Something happens in Washington, yeah, we get the information, but it's passed through 40 different hands. Right?
No,
so
no, no.
One person exaggerates it to the next guy.
That's
and then
right,
This
but when
guy
we see
it
exaggerates to
firsthand,
right? And then
That's
this guy
just
exaggerates.
it,
And
bro.
they didn't even have food at some of
Now
the camps.
look, here, go about this though, too,
That's how
right?
we can
So let's
actually
go
get
back.
on
Hey,
Soros.
let's go on to that thing. Just talking about not like the actual like whatever, but let's talk about like the social fucking. Because when that track shit went down, I shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm fucking. I live out here, and I know what side I'm taking.
That's right.
And I clearly can't say a goddamn fucking thing because these white people that don't live on this reserve are fucked,
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
Like, what in the fuck is going on? Like, some of the comments and shit that you would read, and you're like, okay, are you fucking kidding
And
me?
that's that thing for me.
What
And
in
that's
the
thing, though, for
fuck,
being in
man?
That mutual side where you're not even agreeing or disagreeing with
No.
anybody, but it's like to actually see it firsthand and how fucked up some individuals are.
You're
that,
like, even if
create
I
a
didn't agree
situation.
with the fucking natives, I'm going with the native side because these people are fucked.
Even if you don't
Like,
agree, you know, you got 20
fucked,
people
man.
that are coming down to like hurt people you know for some fucking dumb reason. It's like, You realize how fucked up the world is, though. Like sides, right? Opinions,
And that's what it is.
people
Is the
just
fact
swallow their pride sometimes,
that's what it
right?
is. Sometimes it's just not your place to fucking say anything.
Mm-hmm.
You shut the fuck up and you
Facts.
nod. You know what I mean? Like we
100%.
all.
And sometimes you step in, right? There's times where it involves all of us, and there are times where there doesn't, right?
And it's crazy that we live in a time where it's like I feel like voicing an opinion like that because it's the same shit when the people here didn't want the cannabis cup going
People
on,
act
and then
like-
the fucking
people always
people
forget,
came,
like,
and it's like,
yeah.
come on, guys, like they don't want you here, and then it goes down, and it's like you look at the cup, and it's a whole bunch of white people from the city,
Yeah.
and you're like, this is fucked up,
Yeah.
like this is fucked up. Just the whole, not even that it went down or whatever, it's the ideology of it. Like if I'm standing there and looking around, I'd be like, okay, this is fucked up. Like you know what I mean? Like where do our morals lie as humans? Like what the fuck is happening?
I do believe a lot of people went down there, like you say, like just for shit, like I'm gonna get a half quarter. You know what I mean? Like stupid shit or half ounce.
I don't mean that you went. I'm not taking that
No,
stab
but-
at
but
that.
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying-
saying in general, right?
And I'm just saying with the whole like information thing though too. I just wonder if there was like how many people like information like spread, like we're just talking about though. They're like, oh, everybody down there saying fuck it. You know what I mean? They
Well,
go
that
down
was
and they
just
get down
it.
there and they're like, this is like
And that's-
4 hours for like
Bro, and that's in our neck of the woods within fucking a community of what, 3,000 fucking people?
Not very big. at all.
Okay, and look at the magnitude of that shit.
Mhm.
You know, one person says one thing, another person says something else, and now you got this fucking hysteria of
It's
bullshit
bullshit,
going
man.
on. When it's like, can we just look at the point?
Just
Yeah.
put your fucking mask on and smoke some weed.
Well, it's the point. Is like, come on, like
Right.
it's like one of them things though. Like it's just fucked up. Like
Yeah.
you just respect. We're at a time where you there's no right and wrong, but there is respect.
Yeah.
You know, like you
Moral.
just respect and moral, and as long as everybody has a code.
Everybody should respect
Exactly,
everybody's opinion, right?
exactly.
Everybody has opinions like assholes, right?
Yep.
Everybody has one. They're all going to be different,
Yeah.
and you got to take what you can from
Keep
it.
it clean.
You
And
just-
we're so
that's it.
just keep
it
your
clean.
asshole clean. Just
Keep
wipe
it
your
clean.
asshole. Well, and we're too far into fucking like we're too mixed, bro. Like you're never gonna have this like.
We're in a generation where everybody thinks they are the end all be all.
That's
The
what I
world- yeah,
mean.
the world
So
owes
their
everybody
opinion,
something,
their
you know what I
opinion
mean?
is the best. Their opinion is all that matters. And fuck, I had this out last night. Like this, I don't want to take this podcast on a weird direction or anything, but I was skating with some homies last night, and they were talking about when they hang out with chicks and get blowjobs, they get their asses licked. And I was like, straight up for me, because I don't want to offend anyone. That's homosexual fucking shit.
Yeah.
If you're having your anal stimulated, whether it's by a male or a female, that seems homosexual to me. Sorry to the guys out there that like getting their butts tickled or tongued or whatever. No offense.
Well, I
to
agree
you.
100% with that, though, because really, what if she swapped out and there was someone else licking your asshole? You wouldn't even have a fucking clue. And you'd probably
That's
still be
exactly
chilling.
what
You'd
I
still
said.
be
I said
chilling.
if this was a glory hole,
Yeah.
what would you know? And he's like, well,
What
you'd
if
be
she
able to
left
tell-
and her fucking shih tzu came in and started
You'd
licking
be
your
able to
You're
tell
fucked.
that blah blah blah. So, I think it's.
How do they know when it comes down to that? Have they experienced that? Is what I question.
Well, that's what I
Well,
said.
you'd think
He's like-
it'd be bristly.
And he's trying to tell me. He's trying to tell me. Well, you don't fucking.
bristly.
You can't knock it till you tried it. And I said to him, well, you ever sucked a dick? Right? And he's
He
like,
came back
"Whoa."
Like, wow, you can't knock
bro.
it till you try
You
it.
might fucking love it. Like getting your butthole licked. You might love sucking dick. Who knows? So yeah, I told him last night, I was like, I'll just put that on the podcast tomorrow and let you boys fucking simmer in that. We're not gonna mention any names, K and D, but we'll just let you boys get your buttholes licked and think it's okay.
Now might be a 2020 thing too, you know.
Well, that's what they were, dude. Bro, you're in on it. Fam.
No, I'm in the 90s.
He's
So-
that younger generation though,
That's
bro.
exactly what he
It's
said.
a weirder
They were like,
shit.
Bro, girls watch porn these days. They want to lick buttholes.
Girls
I was-
always watch porn.
I was like,
They
so girls
they
watch
just couldn't
porn
tell
and they
you.
want to lick buttholes. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
watch porn and I do not want to lick buttholes at all.
No.
That's the last thing porn makes me want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I'm going to put this on and just lick this butthole I made out of my hand. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
I would. You just
No.
wouldn't do that.
No.
So, I don't know.
Where the butthole at?
And I'm not, and I like gay dudes 100%. I have a lot of gay friends that I really like. Dallas is one of my best friends in the world. I love
Oh.
that dude. But at the same point, you know what I mean? My straight friends, if you want
You know
to get your
who would
butthole
have a good
stimulated-
perspective on that?
How
Who would be
straight
a
are
good
you?
Dallas would be a good man to hear a perspective on that from.
Well, I just whatever you want, man. Like, do your thing. Like, I don't think if you're getting your asshole licked and it feels good, what's it care if it's got some homosexuality attached to it?
Just admit that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
300%. Fuck you. No,
That's not gay. You're gay, bro.
Yeah, you're
no,
gay, bro.
so
You're gay.
I have no problem with that, but I honestly think having stimulation on your anal is a homosexual thing.
Well, and here you go. Here's the crazy thing. So, if you look at,
But again, I'm a
Why?
straight white male, so my opinion doesn't really matter in the realm of how homosexual males feel.
no,
It
well, I
really
get what you're
doesn't.
saying,
It's
but out
just
of
my
the crew,
opinion.
out of the crew, it's a good thing to have a conversation about. Like your
Yeah.
boys are like talking about that shit, and that's just like how you feel and your opinion about it. It's not like you're out like with signs on the fucking side of the street,
yeah,
like.
no.
Yeah, if you get your dick sucked and you get your butt licked, you're gay.
Well, see here, my buddy tells me last night that if she flips you over and you're on your belly, it's gay, but if you're on your back, it's not.
What?
Right? Like,
I think straight up, the belly is weird. Why are you on your belly getting your asshole licked? Like that's fucked up,
I
bro.
woke up, I was in a dead
Jail
sleep,
too.
and someone was licking my.
Who's this girl? Like, who is this girl?
oh, bro,
That's like ass deep on a dude when he's laying on his gut.
I don't know.
That's fucked, bro.
Right? I
Where's
know.
your dick at that point? Is it
Belly
under your
down, belly down, bro. Just poking in
That's
the bed.
fucked up, man. Imagine the stinky farts
I
I
don't
had
even want-
last week. Just imagine that. Someone coming at my poontang room. That's
Poo
fucked
particles
up.
all
Yeah.
over it? Oh.
I don't know. That shit's fucked up to me.
So we
That's-
might
that's
just be
dirty.
old school. You guys
Poo-
might just
poo
enjoy
particles all
homosexuality
over
or
it.
some shit.
No, there's just certain things, bro. Like, I think anything in the I'll be exit only, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Guy,
Yeah.
girl, fucking, I don't give a fuck. That's where we secrete from. It's like infectious fucking shit. You sticking your tongue in like a shit pocket. Like, what are you doing? You sticking your tongue in a shit
That's what I
pocket.
said.
That's
So-
why everybody's got corona.
Like, come the fuck on. Wait,
And worried about
Shit.
and bitching that this guy didn't wash his hands after he took a piss, but yet you're going home to lick someone's asshole. You're out your fucking tongue.
I hope you're not putting your face in a mask because you probably just got pink eye and then spread it. And I hope you don't go to work with like a
I
bunch
wonder
of
how many
people
people
because
been
now we
licking
got a
bubbles
pink
when
eye
somebody
infestation.
farts. Imagine that. Ugh. You know that happens.
I love how I don't want to send this conversation on a weird thing,
We
but
did.
it's
We went down a
getting
weird
it's
road.
That's what I'm
getting.
saying. So let's end that weird old conversation. I just wanted to see how you other guys felt
Yeah.
about
No.
I think we all agree on the same.
It's funny because like I don't give a fuck about the homosexuality side
it.
of
Me
it.
either. But
You
just
know?
admit that might be a little.
It's a bit weird.
Little weird.
It's gross.
Yeah.
I've always
If
been the
there's
poo
that many
pocket guy.
sexuality filters on LGBTQ, there's definitely a category that falls into.
Well, no, and I don't even think it's like that thing, right? So here's how I feel. Like I don't pay attention, and I don't, and you could call me ignorant for it, whatever. But I don't know much about like I'm not even gonna say shit right, but the gender. There's like pangender, agender,
Yeah, I don't know
grade A,
anything about-
pangender.
that-
There's a lot, and I don't even know what any of them fucking mean.
I don't even know
Like,
anything about hockey. I don't play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's,
but I
it's
play-
kinda gotta be involved in your thing to understand it really. Unless
Yeah,
you're
but-
researching it for something.
okay, that's a good. I like that, and maybe it's just like I play video games, so like I could tell you hockey. Sports are weird. It's one of them things though. Like I never played a lot of sports, but I can tell you all the rules of sports.
Yeah, we can never play LGBTQ either, bro.
That's what I mean. So you don't know all the
Yeah.
rules. That you're not in that scene.
Yeah,
It's
and that's
it's
the thing. We
it's
have
a whole thing.
slang,
It's not
everything
just
else, right? There's,
Yeah.
And there's like stuff we don't even know about that isn't even on the internet.
That's
It's like,
right.
That's a world. I don't
You're
wanna
also
be
not
in.
on TikTok, right? So that's where
TikTok
everybody
is-
learns a lot of that shit nowadays. I feel
Okay.
like it's on TikTok because there's
Yeah.
all people on there.
yeah. I'm too old for TikTok.
there's a lot of conspiracy.
Even though like I love to
No,
dance.
a lot of conspiracy videos and
Yeah.
shit.
Well, TikTok, I feel like everybody jumped on it because it was like the new. It was easier to blow up, right?
Yeah.
So it's like easier to get a lot of people following
That
you.
shit's wild, man. When you're driving down and see people like busting out a dance on the sidewalk, and you're like, what are they doing? They have their
TikTok.
phone set up. You know what I mean? That's,
Well, it's weird to see it now and out where we are because like
it's like, what the fuck?
It's different if you're in a bigger city and you see cameras all over the place in bigger cities, right? Like production and shit. But out here, it's kind of it's weird, right?
It's different.
It's because like we've been on the internet for so fucking long, but it's like I feel like the age demographic of where we live is so
Can you
old.
imagine if we rolled in? I'm like, hey, bro, I figured a choreographed dance last week.
I would be fired up, and I would love to do it.
Let's rock a TikTok.
I would
dance.
love to do a TikTok dance with you, dude.
Whoa,
Am I not the fucking dude? So I'm the guy that
Ryan. I think though, with your like your personality and your hair and stuff, you would actually slay TikTok.
well, that's what I'm saying.
And
But
Dogface 2.0.
Yeah, like I literally think
Bro.
TikTok would be a thing for you.
well, that's what I was saying. I kind of
What's
shit the
the
bed
deal
because
with
I
that?
actually like to dance and shit. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's what I'm
mean? So
saying,
it's
yeah.
like
Are they like,
Dogface.
and they're only 30-second snippets, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dogface has got himself a one wheel.
Oh, is TikTok only 30 seconds?
I think they're not long videos either. Because when I see them dance, they like bust and move hard for like 25 seconds, and then they walk all upset to their phone.
Got it.
You guys bust that out good.
Nailed
Okay,
it.
so remember that? There's the neighbor, their daughter listened to Spark Master Tape.
yeah, you tell me
I
that.
was
You were
hyped.
hyped on that.
I was hyped.
afterward.
How many kids listen to Spark?
Never even heard.
Well,
of
every
that.
time I drive down to, they're like a bunch of fucking teenagers.
Now, is she
sitting on the
listening to
corner.
Spark because she has an older brother, or like
What's
Probably
Our
Spark?
parents are fucked up.
Probably heard Fran bumping it in the truck, and
No.
Sparkmaster Tape is a fucking rapper that Fran showed me back when I first started working at Forever Green, and he puts like a mod pitch on his voice so it drops it down really low.
Okay.
It's just so sick, dude. It's so good.
It is good.
It was like how Fran and I
Different.
connected off the beginning.
It's different.
Through the Spark.
Yeah. You can get yourself some Spark.
Fran's like, it's the only guy I've ever showed Spark to, and he fucking loves it. I was so hyped on it in the beginning. I was like, dude, this is fucking
Sweet
awesome.
Spark for long.
I remember the first time you showed me, I was like, dude, what in the fuck are you listening to? This is ridiculous. And then
Like,
a couple
"This shit's hard, man."
couple songs in, I was like, bro, these beats are insane. Like every fucking one of his production, like he's just good. He's a musical fucking genius. And I think there's more than just one dude, but it's
That's
because
what I've
How
heard,
many
it
dudes
seems
do you
like
think
it.
there is?
I don't know, dude, because
That's
he's
like
really
multiple.
good. He's really good, Scotty. Like really good.
But some songs almost have a different.
For being so
slang,
open-minded with
everything.
crazy shit, I'm super close-minded with music. Like Ace of Base or nothing.
With all this, you kind of gotta be with music now.
Yeah, there's so much trash out there, bro.
But it's I know the fucking
What do you think so far yet? We
Looking
got a nice
good.
solid base coat down so far.
Nice thick lines.
Nice thick 14s. Fucking
Looks
zing,
good.
zing, zing.
you got to be careful what you listen to on YouTube too, man, because the algorithm will throw.
Oh,
I'm lucky though, because I found some really cool shit in the last year just because of that.
see, you get down them wormholes.
Well, that's it. Sometimes it fires some good shit at you, and then sometimes it just gets in this weird loop where you're like, "What in the fuck are you doing?"
Sweet.
So now we're going to switch it up to a 5-round liner and do some of the finer details inside. Zing, zing.
It looks sick though through here.
Thanks, bro.
Yes, come on. Awesome.
My machine blew up the other day, so I just got this new machine in the mail.
Oh, that's exciting.
Same one, just brand new.
I like how quiet they are.
Yeah, rather than the whole time, yeah.
That's like, Fran, if you were to get him, if he was to tattoo you for your first experience, it's not even fair. Yeah.
I just
I
see
remember
that.
the
I
first
feel like
time
I'd be
Scotty
upset going to
tattooed
someone
me,
and
this
they're
was
like,
like-
oh.
This was moons ago, dude.
Many moons.
Many
Probably
moons.
like 4 years ago.
Probably 4 years ago. But I remember the first time, dude, and you were like,
Fuck, that's a couple of years.
it was like halfway through the tattoo, and he's like, yeah, so going in for color, and I'm like, what? You didn't even fucking think you started yet, like, because I've been used to get tattooed by hammer hands, like
Yeah.
fucking
He's super light, just like my tattoo.
super light, bro. Like,
I've always heard about people getting like really heavy-handed tattoos.
Ugh.
I've only had the one experience like that.
like my chest was fucking hell.
How do you know if you're going too
Just
sick?
fucking hell.
How do I know?
Yeah, like do you just, I don't know, fuck all.
Well, with
You know what
me,
I'm talking about,
with
but-
this machine, I listen for a certain hum. When it hits the skin, it
Yeah.
gives me like a certain sound that I look for, and if I'm not getting that sound, it's not hitting hard enough,
Yeah.
or it's hitting too hard.
It'll kind of almost.
And when I use cartridges, inside the cartridge, there's a membrane. So inside there's a little elastic core, so it springs the needle back.
Okay.
So that also adds, so it's not hitting the skin as
Yeah.
hard the whole time. It's not directly smashing like a needle to the machine to the skin.
You can kind of see the top of it there from where I'm sitting.
Yeah. And you just kind of, once you've got the hang of it, you just kind of glide it across the top of the skin. Back when I used to tattoo more traditional, when I first started, I used to go a little bit heavier, and I think that's why when you see some of my older work, it's a lot of blowing out stuff. But now I find that not saying I'm fucking wicked good at tattooing or anything, I'm okay, but I find that I kind of got my needle depths down now. I find like watching my friend Justin, he's a good tattooer, he's got really, really nice crisp lines. Watching him run lines and stuff helps me. I watch a lot of Instagram stuff too, like when I'm sitting around at night watching conspiracy shit, I'll watch some of the big pros pushing like fucking 36 round mags and like just crazy shit, you know what I mean? Stuff they come up with.
Now the old machines back, like the old style machines that were hand built and stuff, were the needle depth set? Like you would set it yourself?
Yeah.
Where these are kind of like preset
No,
needles?
no,
right?
this isn't preset. What happens here is if I want the needle out further, I just click it.
Okay.
If I want it out less, I click it.
Okay.
So it's
Makes sense.
yeah, it's so much easier. I only need one machine. It's battery operated. I have my click and charge, my
Yeah.
carts, right?
So one bad tattoo that I got, the guy had the needle set out too far,
Yeah.
and as soon as he like put it into my skin, I'd watch the skin split open and blood start pouring down my chest. And I was like, that fucking
Whoa.
hurts. Like it wasn't good, and it's all scarred up.
Look at Frano's face.
That was heavy hands.
Yeah,
That was heavy hands.
that's some real shit.
Well, we've all been there, bro.
That's
Yeah.
my chest, bro.
Fuck, one time I got a nose piercing and Buddy pierced half my nose and then ripped the fucking thing back
Oh,
out by
no.
accident. So it like razored the whole inside of my nose and it bled like a whole entire bucket worth of blood
Wow.
before it finally like sealed itself up and scabbed.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking a bucket, bro. Like my nose, not the drip. It was like, boosh, boosh, boosh. It was fucking insane.
That's what happens though when you're like hanging out in shops and like
That's
all
right.
that shit. When
Yep.
like back then, like,
Yeah.
like man, I don't think I paid for.
I wasn't hanging out in no fucking shops.
Brandon was hanging out in the woods.
No, but you're a little too young for that. Like
Getting
when
his
we
butt
were
hole
when we were growing up.
Fuck
like,
that. What is it?
Not by bears.
Grab that molasses,
Okay.
Everybody was trying to be a tattooer, bro, when we were teenagers.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. That was
back-
the
Oh.
thing.
I had buddies that got tattooed, but I don't know. I wasn't around. Thank fucking God.
Back then, nobody was good, so it's like you just had to like put a little bit of work in, and you could surpass the competition pretty fucking.
I remember a lot of people had a Dez tattoo.
Deserano?
Just Dez, yeah, like the DZ.
Oh, I've never seen that.
No,
You must have grown up out here, by.
I didn't get one.
It's a fucking Resaranto, boy.
That's it.
The only art modification I have is a smiley. Remember the lighter smileys?
Oh, bro, brutal.
That's-
You let somebody do that to you?
Yeah, a couple
He did it to
times.
himself.
I did.
You're mental.
Just trying to be cool, bro. Just trying to blend.
I do not have any of those. Like, fuck.
He
I
did
burnt my own ear off with a soldering iron, but I don't
See that
have
shit? That's
smileys.
fucking 10 times worse than a smiley, bro. You just made a chicken nugget out of your fucking earlobe.
I
Like,
had to, though.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
I absolutely had to. Listen to that nice hum. How's it looking to you so far yet?
Great. Looks good.
so I got a conspiracy too for you here.
I want to hear it, man.
What do you know about Avril Lavigne?
Oh, goodness. She's a clone.
So I've heard her about her. She died of Lyme disease a long time ago. And
Lyme?
they've had a clone. I don't know, being Avro, whatever the fuck you want to call her.
Did you
is
say
Avro.
Lyme's disease?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, she's had Lyme for a long time though, hasn't she?
She's like one of the first big celebrities that got it and didn't like get rid of it. I think, like she didn't get it in time.
Because I'm pretty sure the dude from Sum 41 has it too.
No, I love Sum 41. That's a shame.
But that was the guy that she was with
Yeah,
before.
she was married.
Before Kroger.
Oh, I thought you'd still with that guy.
No,
Chad-
she's
Chad
with
Kroger.
fucking the guy from Nickelback, bro.
Chad Kroger?
Yeah.
Wonder when they're making their next hit. Yeah, I've heard Avril's had a clone for a long time, or she's been a clone.
Why would they clone her though?
She made like one
She's a
song.
skater boy, bro.
Just one, just to have. Well, see, the thing when I heard about the cloning back in the day, they didn't clone them for the purpose of like anything else other than like banging them and shit. They,
Oh, so
That
it
is some
wasn't.
creepy
It wasn't
Hollywood
like them.
shit.
They weren't cloning them. So it'd be like somehow like you got this bitch's hair
that's right.
and like made a clone.
That's right. And then you had a fucking
And then
sex
you-
slave of Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
Shit like that.
Okay.
That's some shit I heard.
Oh, fuck.
All you need is a straight
This
hair.
this whole time I was thinking it was like motherfuckers be cloning them. You were like fuckers were cloning
No, there's
themselves.
no-
Why do you think Barbara Streisand
There
cloned her
is.
dog
Rich
twice?
people do that. Rich
Practicing
people do
dogs.
that.
Yeah, like
Imagine,
Walt Disney
but what
and shit.
I'm talking about is like what they did at the cloning centers, because I heard some shit like they used to get the people to fight. They'd like make clones of people and fight like to the death. And
That's
shit.
pretty heavy.
And like have sex and like all this crazy stuff.
It sounds like Roman times
Like,
for some
right?
reason. I don't
Like
know.
I
But
said,
but in
those
2020,
elites, bro.
Yeah, like
They've been through everything. They've seen everything. What now? It's time for them to fucking
move on.
move on. Yeah. And
sorry,
get it going.
I made it sketchy.
I wonder when clone's gonna be hitting the public.
But they already are.
You just ain't got enough money, son.
How much do you think a clone costs?
Like, did you guys see
Like,
any of those
If I
things?
could clone a Mariah Carey
Did you guys see those videos of Joe Biden when he came on to do his video and it was like,
last night,
Okay,
No.
let
and it was just blurred, like it was literally a computer animated green screen, and then, like the picture wouldn't stay consistent, so like his shoulder would go green, and then he'd like step forward and like this.
So it was like a hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what somebody said today. They were like, "Oh, Joe Biden's gonna get assassinated." He's a hologram. Nobody's getting assassinated. You're not shooting the moon, and you ain't shooting Joe Biden. None of them shits is real. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? There's no way that old
Okay,
fucker.
okay. So I just gonna throw this in here. This
That'd
is
be a
like,
good fight.
this is on Biden. Okay, go on.
Donald Trump and Biden. They're so fucking old.
Trump would smash Biden, dude.
Oh, bro. Yeah. Oh, in a second.
Like
I think
Biden,
plays
Biden
me.
broke his ankle playing with his dog, bro.
bro. Biden looks like a old
Biden's old.
book.
So
like
crazy.
that you like open and you're like,
The pages
like
just
you
fall
just
out.
like dust. The
The
shit's
craziest
like.
thing to me about Joe Biden is every time they show the guy, it looks like a different old man. If you watch,
Yeah,
if you
I'll
watch the
give you
scenes
that.
from TV
I'll give
and
you
stuff,
that.
Every time they show Joe Biden, it looks like a different Joe Biden. He either looks younger, he looks
Can we-
older.
Fuck a Joe Biden. Listen to this.
Okay.
I was talking the other night. I was kind of pissed and I was ranting about Joe Biden and to Mags,
Mhm.
and I was like, and I looked at her and I was like, and what the fuck is with him sniffing shit?
Yep.
Like, what the fuck is with him sniffing shit? And she looked at me and she's like, it's just what old people do. I'm like,
They
what?
do.
I'm like, what? Megan's like, yeah, it's just an old man thing. I'm like,
Old women too. They when AZ was a baby, we'd go and they'd be like, "Oh, she smells like a baby. Oh, she smells." Like don't
what
sniff
the
her.
fuck
Don't
is
sniff her.
that? You don't sniff people. Is that like an older thing? Bro, and Megan was chill with it. Like, she literally looked at me like it was nothing. And I'm like,
She's getting smelled
You
a
don't
lot.
sniff people, dog?
this is disturbing me.
She works
I'm
with a lot of old people, so.
Yeah.
I'm like, this.
Come on over here, young lady. I'm gonna give you a smell.
I'm like, is that what it is at work? You just
Oh, you
walk
smell like
in
that
and they
damn
just
marijuana.
smell your crevasse? Like, what the fuck, bro? I don't get the shit.
No, me neither. I like smelling people. I'm a smeller. Come on over here and let me smell you, buddy.
He doesn't shower very often.
Does it not? I think this affects my brain for some reason way more than other people, dude. The sniffing thing is fucked
It's
up.
very weird.
It's fucked
very
up,
weird.
bro.
Sometimes I fuck
It's
with people
fucked
because,
up.
like, when I go to hug it, how someone like comes in and hugs
If
me.
I ever catch you sniffing me, dude, you be prepared that I'm going
No.
to fuck you
know,
up.
people come
I'm
up to
not the
you.
biggest
Like-
Trump supporter, but I've never seen Trump sniffing anyone.
Yeah.
How many years off are those
You know
guys?
how-
No, because he's like, I'm not sniffing you. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
You know
Trump's like, you got
coronavirus.
money?
I already got
You got
coronavirus.
money? I'll sniff
You
you.
know, people like always grab your hand and try to pull you in to do that hug shit. That's so you can get them. They pull you in and go.
Oh,
You have a good day, bro.
dude, that's so creepy. That's so creepy.
So is that Get the fuck off me.
Yeah, you hate that shit. Yeah, you
So
hate
it'd be
that
just
shit.
as weird
What,
if
you
you
don't
come
do
in.
the fucking props pull and hug shit?
Fran's a
You get
bubble.
You're a
Ouch.
country boy, bro. You're country.
I throw it.
I
felt bad. Remember?
Just you saying that is so country of you.
Country.
I don't.
Country with the
I
C,
don't,
bro.
yeah, I don't
Country
like
with
the
the
lock
U.
it
With
up
the
and
U.
hug. I
Yeah.
like to like distance myself. Yeah, you too, bro. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Because, like, when we started the shop, you get
No,
a lot
you've
of
always
randoms
been like
that
that,
come in
bro.
and try to hug you. And you get random people. You throw the old Hannibal Lecter hug out, like,
They're trying to hug you.
yeah.
Well, it's a generation thing. The
Yeah.
younger generation is very huggy. It's like
Oh, yeah.
you were saying.
That's when you, like,
It's
props block.
The older
Coming in for the hug, I can feel
no,
it.
no, no, no,
Generational sniffing,
no.
the
We're in
younger
we're in
generational
a weird split, man.
Yeah.
We're in a split.
But I do that thing that Fran's talking about. That's like to my homies.
The sniff thing?
No, yeah, hey, if you're smelling good, I'll tell you. No, but like that.
Yeah, from a distance.
No, like the.
Oh, if you
classic
bring it in, bro,
huggy-
you close. Like, shoulder resting on, chin on the shoulder.
Yeah,
close.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying,
what's
bro.
up, homie?
That's how I do it.
No, and I'm okay with that. The props, fucking hug,
Yeah.
slambo.
Yeah.
I'm okay with hug, and I'm a hugger.
Me too. I'm a hugger, dude.
If I meet
Yeah.
you for the first time,
Fran just doesn't like people in his bubble.
I do like people in the bubble if I let you in.
Well, I'm glad
It's
you
funny
let
because
me in.
you're letting me closer. I've noticed because I
Yeah,
used to do it to
sometimes.
bug you, and now it doesn't bug you as much anymore. But I used to like, you could see it on him, bro. Because I'd like come in to show him something with my phone, and he'd be like, he'd have this meter, like you get so close to him, and he'd
I
start
saw
backing
that.
away. It'd be so funny. So I'd
The
see how
worst-
close I could push him.
The worst is when you get, like, remember, like, the dispo days, we have customers come in, they tell you a story, but when they get, like, the people that get into a story,
over
then
the
they
counter.
get into your face,
Yeah.
you're like, and I got right in that guy's fucking face. It's like, well, why you in my face?
Yeah.
Your breath stinks.
You're
I can
like,
smell your
The
breath.
counter's 2 feet, and you're about 1.5 feet over the
The
counter.
biggest turn off my big personal space day, honestly, like, was at Little Chiefs when we were working. And I think it was that girl that used to always complain about her teeth hurting. Remember her? She'd come in, my teeth hurt. And then she'd walk out with like 4 Reese cups, a liter of Pepsi, and then
Bunch of
Oh,
sugar, yeah.
goodness.
yeah, and then she'd say it all the time. Well, she was there one time and she came in. And I remember she came with a big bag of Doritos. I haven't eaten nacho Doritos since. And this girl leaned over and was like, and like I got that
Cool
hot-
Ranch?
I got a hot.
Was it Cool Ranch?
I don't remember.
Hot Cool Ranch?
Hot secondhand fucking Cool Ranch Dorito
Doritos.
breath. bro.
Cigarettes?
Oh,
And-
I
no,
hate
mostly Cool
cigarettes,
Ranch, but,
coffee,
like,
bro.
In a sore tooth, it smelled like.
Sore tooth.
Doritos
What the
in a
fuck?
dead motherfucking
An
tooth.
infection.
Oh,
It
this
smelled
guy's
like
just smelling
infection.
gingivitis up in the bench.
And honestly, though, that was like that. Well, that shit grosses me the fuck out. Like,
Well, yeah, if people hugging you grosses you out, then gingivitis is fucking
because
just.
people talk when people
Spin
spit when
your
they
whole
talk
world.
and shit. Hey, like no, fucking stand 2 feet back and I can watch that shit glitter down to the ground, not on me. I love people though.
As
Love
it cascades on my fucking face, yo.
people. Yeah, love people.
So we're just in here now with a tight little 3, whipping out some of these shade spots for anybody focused in on the tattoo, not the talk. Just bringing it all
Something
out.
good.
I do a lot of my shade work with my liners. I just turn my machine down to as low as it'll go.
Since you're a fish man, Yeti, can you get an anglerfish as a pet? Or is that some hard shit to come across?
Oh, they
Dude,
live
how
in the
big
dark,
they
don't
are?
they?
No, I don't. I've never seen an anglerfish.
They're ginormous.
Oh, are they?
You
But
couldn't
you got
even
they got to
imagine.
start as a baby,
Yeah,
bro.
they're like bigger than people.
How
Right.
big are they when they're born?
Like the females are. The males are like little parasites.
Really?
They fucking go into them. Yeah, they're a wild fish. The females are the ones that look like this, kind of like this.
And the males
but
are parrot. They swim into the vajayjay, just
something
live
like
around.
that, yeah, something like that.
I always wanted to do that.
I don't know the.
I know, don't
specifics
you?
of it,
I
but-
always say shit on here, and then I'm like, don't quote me, because I don't want people being like, Scott, you're a fucking idiot. That shit's not real. That never happened.
That's actually some wild shit. I never knew
But
that.
and then the anglerfish, they live like super deep down.
Yeah.
And they have the little
light
little
on
light to attract prey. Right?
Yeah,
Did
that's
you know
really
that a
cool,
male
dude.
anglerfish is small enough to swim into a female's vagina?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right,
Like a
yeah,
parasite.
fuck, you don't.
You know what I know about anglerfish though? It's so fucked
It
up.
says, can you get one as a pet? Keep an aquarium. It's ginormous.
Well, a male
No,
you could. A male
I
you could
don't-
have in there fucking 10 of them. Seahorses and everything.
Yeah, sea monkeys.
Yeah, sea monkeys.
You probably do. Let's grab
Uh,
a thing of sea monkeys. Those are anglerfish.
Imagine if you came in, I want the sea monkey tattoo.
Oh, it was a pumpkin carving. That's what it was. It was a fucking
Some
pumpkin
good brown
carving
shrimp.
show, and this dude did an anglerfish, and fucking It was actually a really cool pumpkin, bro. So he put together all these pumpkins and then like carved this crazy anglerfish out of like all these pumpkins, and then had a smaller pumpkin coming off the front. And that's where he had it lit and shit. It was super cool, super cool. But you know, they always ask them questions and shit. So they're like, "Why an anglerfish?" And he was saying,
Because
I didn't know. He didn't say that they were small enough to go into a vagina, but he said that they started super, super tiny and then grew to be these massive monsters. Yeah.
So but the males are like a parasite, basically. It just goes into the female.
That's how they
lives
breed.
in there, and then the male dies off.
That's incredible. Yeah,
Oh,
but the
cool.
females
Isn't that wild?
Are the giant ones.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
That
cool.
is wild. So females will get like bigger than us, you say? Eh?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
They're massive.
I never knew they got that big. I thought they were like a couple, like 10.
Yeah,
pounds
Nemo
big,
didn't
right?
do him any justice, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, Nemo made them fish
Like,
look
Nemo's tiny, and they didn't make it look huge in retrospect.
Yeah.
But they also tell you that the fucking moon's real, so fuck you, Disney. Cunts.
Well, that's
You know what I was thinking about the other day? Because I was looking at this app called Flight Radar, and I was scrolling.
You were looking at
And it wouldn't let me scroll around the world, bro. It was only a big flat thing. I could only go this way, this way so far. Like, what the fuck?
It didn't have the glow.
No, and I just ended up going as far as I
Just
could
sounds
north,
good.
and there was an Arctic, and then I couldn't go fucking. There was another Arctic in the south.
You're like, shit, this is just one of
Trapped
them
between them fucking walls. Scotty was
honeycomb.
talking
Yeah, it's
about,
the
you know?
fucking honeycomb theory, man.
That's it.
Coming
That's
back
it.
around.
Boys, I'm glad somebody's waking up around here. Fuck. Anyways. The woke squad.
Well, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a different.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
I'm just gonna tell people that I dropped a bunch of clothes, and you can go and get them on frostyliving.com.
Well, supplies last.
I think over half of it's already sold out, but yeah, go to the website and buy some swag so Yeti can eat.
Yeah.
He's
and
gonna
we can
need
get
to.
some wicked TVs in here.
I'm too skinny.
Yeah, go buy some shit so we can put up some TVs for you guys. Help support the cast.
The bubbles in space. I want people to see it.
I have to go. First of all, bro, I think what I'm gonna do is.
Yeti needs a chair.
What? You don't have a chair because nothing is fucking open, dude. It's like you can't walk into a fucking store right now.
Surgery to reduct 2 inches off his shins.
Yeah. No, it's so shitty with that. That's the thing that's really fucking everything up right now.
Just people don't want your money.
Yeah, it's, you
Straight up,
can't
that's what it
walk.
seems like.
You can't walk into a store and buy shit.
No.
Now my machine burnt out the other night. My engine literally fell right off. Like my motor fell off the bottom of my machine. And we had to fucking do a curbside pickup. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
bro, my machine, I have a client here and you're telling me I can't walk in and buy the stuff I need to fix my shit?
I know.
Like, not that I should be tattooing anyway, you know what I mean? But
Well, dude,
it was in my bubble.
I don't.
It was in my bubble. I can tattoo in my bubble.
Yeah, it's a tough situation because the whole bubble thing is.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. My girlfriend goes to the mall. My sister goes to the mall. Works with people that aren't in our bubble. But I'm only allowed to hang out with people in my bubble.
Well, and your kid goes to school.
No, not even. She's doing online right now, and it's fucking brutal.
Well, they
She
were
had to
though.
sit yesterday
Yeah.
from 8:30 in the morning until
Well, they-
3 o'clock in one spot. They let them off for a 15-minute break and then a 45-minute lunch.
What the fuck?
So my daughter sat in one spot for like fucking a whole entire day yesterday. A whole entire day. Poor kid. So you think you need a chair, Yeti?
You can get your daughter a more comfortable chair.
You
motherfucker.
can't go anywhere and buy anything, Yeti.
Yeah. And
Curbside
even if you did, you get her too comfortable, and then they go back to school and be like, I can't work in these chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These conditions.
This is bullshit.
It's tough though, man, because like it's the same with the fucking. It's like anything, like with this collection. Like we're trying to make clothes, you can't like fabric and shit. A chair, you want to buy a chair on curbside pickup?
Good luck.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get
Yeah.
a chair that you don't like.
Mhm.
You can't buy. It's like buying fucking clothes from the internet.
Oh, I know.
God forbid there's something wrong with the fucking chair and probably to take, because you can't go in the store. How are you going to take it back? not as easy to take that shit back.
Well,
either.
you can't
I
take
tried to
anything
return
back
something
right
when they
now.
fucking got me the wrong thing, and it was like
A lot of
yeah.
a lot of shit right now.
Can't
If
deal
you
with
look,
customer pickup right now. Sorry, it was like, bitch, you gave me the wrong piece yesterday. It was you too.
if you look on the receipts, a lot of places right now are no exchanges.
Yep.
It's final sale.
I ain't trusting some fucking
When they
young
did-
ass Chad and Chet to fucking go in there, high as fuck on Molly and Canadian Tire to grab my shit.
When they did finally get our stuff, we ordered some fucking new wire for the machine, and they sent us telephone line,
Oh yeah, bro.
like a coax cable.
I bought an oil pan gasket once, and they gave me one for a transport. I was like, why is this box as tall as me? He's like, it's your part. I'm like, no, this isn't for a, like,
Good
I opened it
boy.
up right there, and I was like, God. And ever since then,
Boy.
what the fuck?
Boy, you ain't driving a 16 gear fucking shifter.
You
ain't
look-
got the Kenworth
You
baby
look
out here,
pretty
boy.
redneck to me, boy.
Yeah.
I'm like, my dad drives a truck. What are you doing?
So we're just adding the white highlights and this bad bitch, and then we're fucking wrapping her up, and then we can fucking.
Tattoo acorn on Fran's neck.
I was hoping Frano was gonna get that for his first one here today. But
Right on his neck.
no
I'll
pressure.
save that for another one.
Yeah, you see the nerve setting
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his face there.
Yeah,
The
I'll save
stress.
it for
next
another one.
time.
The stress. Oh.
My dick shrivels inside me. I'll save that for another one.
You guys know me.
I'm a pussy. I'll get another one the other day. I was thinking more of an anchor, you know? Something.
An anchor?
Because I'm about the water, bro. I'm all about the water. But I don't fucks with the sea. You know?
You need a fucking bucket. A
For my- I
top-down
don't
view
know,
of a
for my
bucket with
classic
some
ta-
ice
I
in
don't know.
it.
I want for my first tattoo. I don't know.
Fuck.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, you're going to get one and be like, fuck, that's it?
Yeah, let's.
Oh,
get
exactly.
on the
Roll.
front.
Let's get the whole.
Because you know, I
line
thought
going.
about that. Because when I
That's
thought
how
about
it goes.
tattoo, what's
The
that?
first one is the worst
Yeah.
one because you put so much thought and effort into this thing and then you get it on there and you're like, huh, you forget about it in 2 weeks. Especially when you put them on your legs because you don't ever see them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I don't,
Like,
I
it's
just
like-
get 'em on
it's-
I get them on the inside of me, so I just I don't know.
I know, because like I started getting tattoos where you couldn't see them because that's how my old man was like, he did drilled that shit in my head because I always
Let's hear
wanted
your
tattoos.
worst tattoo story, Ryan. You
Mine?
have a juicy worst tattoo story?
I think every tattoo is pretty good, but the best one is probably the crusted ass fucking skull anchor I have on my fucking shin.
Yeah, who did that one?
Well, it was like it started. So we used to have my homie. Do you know Hightower Tattoos, the
You
big
betcha.
tall guy? Yeah.
Yes.
So I've known Hightower since I was probably 14.
Hey, Jamie.
I started working at the Waring House, and he was a cook there.
Yeah.
Fast forward many, many moons later, he was living with McFall and I. More so McFall. I kind of was just a rat that hung around all the time.
Yeah.
That's how I met Megan, actually, too. Funny story. But anyways, fucking Tower and McFall, and we were all in bands and all that shit back then, and we would have these tattoo parties. Basically, it was like get really drunk and the machines would just come out,
That's it.
right? Like it would. So McFall was tattooing himself, and people were tattooing, and we had a buddy, our guitar player, that's like a fucking amazing artist. Like doesn't matter what the dude picks up, man.
That's Tyler.
Like anything, like in his photorealism is like insane. Like literally draw a deer in the woods, and you're like, is that a real? Like, am I looking at a deer in the wood? Like fucking wild, right?
Yeah.
So he's like wanting a tattoo, and Tower was like, yeah. So we got real drunk, and then Robbie's like, I'm a fucking tattoo, and I was like, fuck it, dude, you can tattoo me. Like I'm drunk, I don't care, whatever. You're half decent as an artist, you know. You can't be, not really thinking that much.
Yeah.
So he drew up this little skull anchor, and it looked kind of cool on paper. And they stenciled it on, whatever. Fucking, it starts, bro, and his nerves start going. So like,
You gotta hold your breath.
so he fucking this, yeah, because I'm drunk and I didn't even really realize what the fuck was going on because there's everybody there and we're like shooting the shit or whatever. But like out of my peripherals, he's like trying to get going, and Tower's like showing him some shit, and he's just like gets the gun and he's like nee, like gets it to the skin, and he goes to get to the skin, and he's like
Oh,
fucking like jumping, and he hasn't even hit me yet, right? Like I'm just kind of like, I'm talking, the party's going on, we're like, there's music going, whatever, and this is kind of going on in my peripherals for a couple minutes, and then I finally clue in to like, holy fuck, this dude is nervous as shit,
Yeah.
right? So Tower's like, you just gotta go. You just gotta go for it. Like, we're all fucking drunk,
hey.
right? So all I remember is funny because when you were going on about the sounds, right? That is all I remember, dude, is him hitting me so deep.
Then it'd be like,
He's lagging, bogging out the fucking machine. And Tower's like, whoa, whoa. And Rob's like, okay. And he'd go back in and he'd be like, and I'm like, what the fuck? But I had like a Steve-O 4x4 tattoo chilling in the living room. And it's pretty, Tower fixed it. So like, after about 45 minutes, Rob was like, okay, I don't want a tattoo anymore. So Tower came over and he's like, holy fuck. And Tower was drunk and like kind of threw some shading in and a couple more lines and fixed it. But it's fucking haggard.
oh yeah, she's a doozy.
It's a good one.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking, yeah. It's a good one, dude.
So this one's done. I
dope.
appreciate you guys fucking
It's a real good one.
watching. If you want to fucking show one of the cameras or
That's
whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you've been on cam that whole time, bro.
Wicked. How long did it take, do you think?
It took 53 minutes.
Wicked.
I would
That's good
say-
time.
Yeah, a little bit more
That's
because I think I clipped one, but I think it was only stencil work.
Cool.
I think when you went on
So
for
you
that,
had this on before, big guy?
No.
So this stays on for a minimum of 12 hours, up to 3 days. It's not tattoo germ. It's offsite.
I usually don't do anything to them.
Well, you should.
this is the shit though, bro. Fuck, man. Last one I got from you, dude, was like lickety split.
Yeah, and it heals right underneath all this.
Yeah.
So
Dude, it'd be crazy, man. That won't fucking, it will not scab. It will be fucking healed in like 3 days, dude. I've never had, his work as always the quickest fucking healing shit, man. It's wild. It's so wild.
little wrinkle in there, but other than that, there you go. Yet.
Dope. Thank you, buddy.
That's tight.
See, Fran, 53 minutes, no big deal. The acorns got less lines. Let's go.
No
Acorn would be like 20 minutes.
No
Still
pressure. So last week when I left, I needed to have a shower. I was like sweating after talking about my DMT trip. Like I went sweating.
I got fucking anxious when you were telling me about that, bro. My palms got sweaty.
Yeah, me
arms
too.
are heavy.
You can see in the playback that you were like,
Intensity.
well, there's just times where you were like, you almost relived the experience. Like you were trying to actually like give it like a pretty good depth, like description.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you could see there's a couple times, bro, you're like talking, and then you're like, and then you can come back. It's almost like you like fucking, you got a little into it. You're
And
like,
this lady I tattoo, she messaged me this week and she's like, "Hey, can you get DMT? Like, I really want to try it." And I was like, "Whoa! Like, this isn't for basic ass people." But who am I to say what her spiritual journey is?
well, it's such a hard thing, dude. It's so fucked, eh? So I watched Mike Tyson talk about DMT the other day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, did you know that he's a
clone. Yeah, we talked about that already.
yeah? But did you know that he's a crazy advocate
No.
for all that shit
No.
and like the changa and like all that shit and the toad, like,
Oh yeah.
and he said he's done it all. He's done
Really?
like the toad, the lizard. I guess there's a caterpillar in a different place.
Jesus.
So his fucking description of it, dude, was like legit.
What did he say?
So they tried to like, he said essentially the same thing you did, but he didn't like go. You can tell he's done the experience a lot.
Yeah, so it wasn't so intense. It just kind of like
Yep.
normalized to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's basically like, you die.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's like, you're dying.
Mhm.
That's what you see. And,
Wow.
like the whole ego check and like all that shit. He's like, and because he's like, you get to God, and they're like, well, who's God? And he's like, you're God. It's so like it's so humbling, dude, to hear this man fucking tell you like what he's gotten from like herbal healing, if whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it, right? But like
It changes your life.
it's
like you
fucking
said.
cool, bro, because he's literally, and at the beginning of the interview, he's got this mushroom guy that just comes everywhere he goes. He's got this dude that goes like. So at the start of the podcast, he like takes 4 grams of mushrooms and like puts them in, and then eats them for 20 fucking minutes, and like sucking on them, and they're like, bro, they're like, swallow the mushrooms, and he's like, I gotta get everything out of them, like. And apparently, like 4 to 7 grams, he eats like every couple of hours. Like it's not a joke. Like he's like into this, bro. Like he's fucking full on. Like that's his jam. But it's just really cool to hear him like talk about like what he's gotten from it, you know. And you can tell it's like checked him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Like you can see it in his fucking eyes.
I watched an interview that he had.
He's a guy you can listen to too, and like take his word for you know he's not
been there and done some shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Like
he's definitely seen a lot.
But some other shit that I heard way back in the day, back to the conspiracy thing, is Don King that used to manage Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Don King was actually a ringleader for the child sex trafficking back in the 80s. So Mike Tyson's probably seen and done some shit. You know what I mean? Not to say the guy's a fucking
150%.
But he was in a ring of people that were doing some crazy shit back then.
Yeah.
He was so punch drunk he probably didn't know what was happening.
Well, even if you think like back, like because boxing is one of the most corrupt.
That's right. That's how you
like
know
the promotion, like the promotion, and like all that shit. Like it's so fucking corrupt. The cards and like how shit went down back then, and who even promoting like Don King, like people like that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fucking wild, man.
Well, the stuff I heard is that like back in the day,
and he got so big before he was even 18. Like Tyson was like heavyweight when he was 18, was he
21.
Not? Oh, it was until he was 21.
Yeah, so. Okay, I don't know, but I remember him being 21.
Okay,
it was like the top of his career.
Okay,
but yeah, that the Don King thing was just insane, and he was mixed up with who was that British guy that was fucking with he was like best friends with the Queen and all those guys. That blonde haired, that white haired guy, Salvini. Joey Salvini. Oh, you never heard of that guy?
No.
Oh, well, he died. But he was like known for fucking kidnapping kids and giving them to the Queen and shit like that. So pretty fucking wild that Don King and then Salvini and all these people are intertwined. Right?
Yeah.
Bringing up Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So the human trafficking shit goes back fucking. And then they say Mike Tyson has a clone that raped the woman. And, you know what I mean?
Well, you have to say that human trafficking goes back because look at slaves, man.
Yeah.
Right? So human trafficking, I feel like that's something that was on before there was a conspiracy of it. Because it has to happen before the motherfuckers are making shit up about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for you to talk about, that's why I always thought, like, Hollywood's crazy because they just, they throw movies out to, like, prepare people in, like, the craziest way. Like, remember, it was, like, 2012, Mayan calendar, the world's gonna end and all the shit. 2010, a movie called 2012 comes out that the world's gonna end.
And all the floods happen.
You're like, what?
Like that movie, that'd be kind of cool.
But you know what? It's like as crazy as that is. It's fucked up.
The movie a few years ago, it's like Contagion or something.
Yeah.
The fucking...
That's what went through right now.
The pig ate the bat shit.
Yeah.
And then somebody ate the pig.
And it was the white chick.
The fucking world gets fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Gwyneth Paltrow at the very end, the fucking white chick, and she's like in China eating at some weird fucking restaurant, like high end fucking shit, right?
What just happened?
Yeah. And it was like this kitchen, and it showed where they got the food from, and it like backtracked it to where and they were like pulling some weird pig out of some fucking weird thing or something. Yeah.
Just after like a bat had flown over and it ate the bat shit in its food kind of thing. And,
And then they tried to say it was bat soup. Remember when it
yeah.
Some guy in Wuhan ate a bat and shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
That would have just been too convenient for it to all play out just like the movie.
Exactly.
Project Bluebeam and Independence Day and fucking all the rest of it.
You know what I mean? No, it's so weird, dude.
Yeah.
Like we can't live.
Down?
Yeah.
White House Down.
Yeah.
With like Channing Tatum.
Yeah. It's like, how do we live in these fucking things?
Yesterday.
That become
because the future is because our world is just a scripted reality. They're just waiting for the things they've already said to play out.
Do you see what Simpsons reality was in 2020? Or
That's
January
wild,
20th, bro? Homer
No.
Simpson sitting on top of the White House, like, got the whole city burning around.
Oh, really?
That's like 14 days away.
Oh, Well, they said Donald Trump will be the last president. Like those books, those Barron Trump books, they said
Yeah.
Donald Trump will be the last president. But who knows?
Last president isn't Donald Trump dies, or last president Donald just Trump makes everything a
as in
dictatorship, and he's
they
like, I'm not leaving.
ruin the
This-
United States so that they don't need a
Democracy's
president
dead.
anymore. Yeah, so there is nobody trusts it anymore anyway.
Yeah.
You got the right wing, like I said, saying they don't trust the media now because the election was rigged. Then you got the left wing saying they don't trust the media because the election wasn't rigged. Hunter Biden's laptop wasn't real.
But the way democracy's set up, too, it's not really set up for the
So is that
society we live
laptop real or not
Yes,
real?
Yes.
Like 100%?
100%. Rudy Giuliani has the files of the laptop from the FBI. There's child porn on there.
Because I tried to say that
There's
all to
him
Mags
fucking-
the other day, and she said it's not real.
Of
And I'm
course,
like,
but that's left wing because MSNBC and all those places are saying that shit is not real. There's no proof.
See, and that's the fucking crazy part of this, and that's why no one ever gets down the bottom of it, because it all
Right
falls
and
back
left
on the
wing.
it's easier. Well, it's easier. And if you watch the TV
if you watch
show,
Fox, they're going to tell you it's real. If you watch
Yeah.
CNN, they're going to tell you it's fake.
Who do you want?
That's right. Who do
What
you-
works for you?
well, and that's what I
what
said.
opinion works for you more?
And that's what I said about the whole like small paid newscaster that we see day to day.
But that's compartmentalized. That's what I was going to say, but I was kind of in the tattoo. I think that it's like NASA when you say that. Those people don't know that those rockets aren't going anywhere that they're building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's not in on that.
No.
Like it's
They go
compartmentalized.
there,
Yeah.
and they're doing it for
That's
the greater
right,
good,
exactly.
Yeah.
So they go home to their families like they built the rocket that just did Apollo 17.
Yeah.
When Apollo 17 didn't fucking go anywhere.
Yeah.
It arched over or who knows, right?
Yeah.
But it's all compartmentalized, and that's what I'm saying about the media. Those people might have a hinder like we do, that this is fucked up and I don't think I should be reporting this,
Yeah, but
they need their job.
But it's easier to go to work thinking I'm doing the greater good, I'm making good money, and my family's happy.
That's right, exactly.
And you're
So
stuck in that system, which is shit, right? Because it's like,
well, you're not
you're
really.
not stuck in the system, but it's like you just
'Cause
said,
we're
you're
not.
trying to do the greater good of surviving, right? Like,
Yeah, you got to take care of you and your family.
Yeah.
Or do you got to? That's what I was saying the other day. I was talking to my cousin Jay. We haven't talked in a long time. Word up, Jay. But he was saying, like, I would love to start a fucking revolution. I just don't want to be the scapegoat that they make the fucking example out of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And nobody does.
No.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Like, to have the backbone to say, I care about this more than I care about my family and more than I care about my freedom potentially. You know what
Well,
I mean?
that's how they have people, right?
Exactly.
That's how they
got
got
us
you.
scared. So
Because
that-
if you don't go to work or if you don't do your thing, then you lose your hydro and then
And
you
when
can't
they
feed
did the
your kid.
revolution before, where did those people meet up to talk about that? Churches and pubs. What are shut down? Churches and pubs.
Mhm.
They don't want people meeting in a gathering space. The family demeanor is broken up and demolished. Family and friends, you're allowed to have your circle.
but now it's turned into like, you see something, call the cops, and
Yeah,
neighbor,
you can't
right?
go to church. You can't go to the pub. You can't go. You know what I mean? You don't even talk to people at the supermarket because there's dots on the floor and you got to keep moving because there's 30 people behind
Yeah,
you.
you got to say
There's-
6 feet from
There's
everybody.
no interaction.
Yeah.
And they've made it that way. There's no way for us to set up a revolution without them knowing.
Yeah.
We do it through Facebook or Instagram or BitChute or any of those, and they're all monitored by those people.
It's true, yeah.
So, without being able to go to church or a common area, not that I go to church, but a pub is where they met
Yeah.
to do the Declaration of Independence. You know what I mean? Those men met at pubs and formed that and did it.
Yeah.
We can't even do that. They've taken away our right to even meet. People are scared to have family for Christmas.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You're not going to meet with 40 other men
Mhm.
and all risk being fined or put in jail
Mhm.
before your purpose even gets to be set in motion. Makes no sense, right? But that's the part. That's where they have us now. The fear. This Call of Duty is the worst Call of Duty, and it's the most Call of Duty that's ever sold because everybody's scared as fuck sitting in their house.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to tell me Black Ops 2 didn't fucking outsell this one? Bullshit. But people had lives then. People were allowed to go to the beaches. People were
Yeah.
allowed to go to bars. I know people personally that I tattoo that have been together for 6-7 years. They got trapped in their house together and weren't allowed to get drunk and fucked up.
Now they
They're done.
Yeah.
They're not together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, why would happen? Oh, well, when we stopped drinking and going to baseball and hockey and everything, we realized we didn't have much in common. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So, like, the 2021s, people were saying it's in the conspiracy circle, too. Like, everybody said January 6th. I don't know if I mentioned that in the first podcast.
No,
or
I
you
don't
listened
think so.
back or not. But everybody said January 6th, and then all that shit happened.
Okay, so back, actually, this just randomly came to thought. So on the weekend,
Mhm.
I met a friend of a friend. And his dad is like, kind of, I don't know what he mentioned the group he's part of, but I can't remember the name of it. But he thinks, so when I was on the weekend, I can't remember the date, but there was supposed to be some crazy announcement that was supposed to be, you ever know anything about this?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be broadcasted across the state. So what is that?
That was the January 6th. That was if Trump was going to.
Okay, yeah, because that's what he's talking about. Because, man.
If he was going to be inaugurated or not, he made that speech and then they stormed the grounds.
Bob was his name, Bob. And the first time I met him, he was going on about that. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. And I was later that night, I was saying to Hank, I was like, imagine, we will, like, that announcement happened tonight. But that's pretty crazy, like his old man. And sure as shit, I just kind of just remembered he was saying that. So it did fucking happen, which is wild.
Because my buddy John, like,
it was a big group they were talking about for years.
She was reaping on me about masks and blah blah blah. But he's more on.
That's what he was like. He's like, fuck,
the conspiracy side is happening.
Supposed to happen last year, like.
So I messaged him yesterday right away, and I was like, "You told me the 6th, bro. Like, this is it. What's happening?" Again, some people were trying to tell me that those were Antifa dressed up in Trump gear.
There's too many of them.
Exactly.
There's fucking way too many of them.
What happened was, if that did happen, if there was 200 Antifa dressed up in Trump gear, all the Trump people were like, "Hey, they're with us," and just followed suit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's so easy, mob mentality.
Mm-hmm.
They prove that all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's the thing, right? You get one guy in there, then there's a lot of people that go out there and don't mind to be the face of that shit, right? So you go out there and you're like, let's fucking... Like yesterday, I seen a video. A guy walks up with a riot shield from the cops, smashes the window out, and then steps back and starts letting all the young people pushing them to go and, like, get in there, right? And it's like... It's one of those weird things.
Yeah, it's always... It only takes one fucking bad apple, right? That's the... Yeah. It's just wild. So was that a protest that has been happening before, or
no? That was all for that. It was all for that day.
All that day.
Tens of thousands of Trump supporters met up for Trump's speech.
Yeah.
Because they've proved in Georgia and Pennsylvania and all these places that the votes were fraudulent. They had over 200 people dead in Georgia vote. 200 dead people voting, and they have no answer for it. That's the crazy
shit,
right there is enough to say how much other shit, if you can admit that, how much other shady shit are you not admitting to? Yeah. Right? 200 dead people?
Well, it's even here, right? So when they do votes here, they send ballots. Mm-hmm. So if you're a member of this reserve, but you live in Alberta, they'll send you a ballot to vote. Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Yeah, why does that matter?
What the fuck you voting for when you live in Alberta? You don't even live in the same fucking province. Why are you voting for who's leader here? You don't know. That's why that guy's been the fucking chief for so long, bro.
Yeah.
Because half of the fucking votes that he gets are mail-out votes. Yeah. So that happens, like everywhere. I said, where we live in like such a small.
So you can see it all.
Yeah, you know.
With the protests last year, the protests in the States,
that's
all
what
that
I mean.
Stuff happens locally, and you can just reflect on it and see it exactly just in a bigger situation.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's like, it's not even hard to fathom that it actually is going down.
No.
I don't understand the people going up to Parliament Hill with Trump flags and all that shit. That's like...
Up here?
Yeah. There's a big rally yesterday and a bunch of... You said, where they shut down in Belleville?
Yeah, well, I don't think it was
I need to joke with that. But Toronto had rallies, too. There was
Trump rallies.
I think the only reason that is because if you look at the world economy, we're the little brother country.
Yeah. 100%.
So when Trump got in, he put all our tariffs up. Wood costs more, steel costs more. So
yeah, but he only did that because the fucking milk, the dairy thing that fucking Trudeau did.
I don't know any of that.
That all happened because of Trudeau.
Saying, when things change there, they change here.
Yeah.
So I think that's why people feel so passionately about it. And fucking TikTok. And stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
People sit around and watch.
Well, bro, and you could drive around and there's definitely, like, I remember because it was fucked, like, when Trump was, 3-4 months, like, before, when it was getting close and people knew that Trump was going in, you'd see flags up here.
Yeah.
You'd see Trump flags.
Yeah. See the mice fishing on people's trailers.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And you're like, why in the fuck you flying a Trump flag? Like, that has nothing to do with us up here.
And then those are the same people here that don't vote.
Yeah.
See, now that's
the same people that won't vote in our election.
Yeah.
See, now
that's Trump flags.
Yeah. Speaking of election signs, the other day I seen a sign just like an election sign in someone's yard, and it said, no more, end the lockdowns or something like that, or no more lockdowns or something. And I was like, oh, maybe that's going to start to be a thing now.
I hope so.
Like,
I'll put those, my whole yard will be those. Because I'm sick of it. I'm over it. People I talk to every day, they're over it.
Oh yeah, the lockdowns. It's just it's
I seen a
enough.
funny
You're not
sign.
saving anybody.
And then in Quebec, they're enforcing a curfew now.
Yeah.
From
Well,
12
see, I
o'clock
saw-
at night,
I
or
saw a
8
thing in the
at
States
night
where
till
there's
5 in the
like-
morning. All
There's
that
what is there
is.
50 countries or 50 states? I saw that like there's 9 of them that have no lockdowns, no masks, no mandates. Florida's one of them. So people who have businesses in New York that are locked down, their businesses are shutting down, they're going bankrupt. They're moving their businesses to Florida and flourishing,
Yeah.
opening 2
Yeah.
businesses.
Well, that's happening here because shit's not closed down in BC,
Yeah, good call.
right?
Yeah.
Like, because that was like Boxing Day popped, and I was like, I follow a couple shops out there,
Mhm.
and they're like, they had walk-in service, and I'm like, what the fuck, Mags? I'm like, is this not Canada-wide? She's like, no, it's only Ontario.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
Doug
the
Ford, bro.
fuck?
Quebec's enforcing lockdowns, so now Ford's thinking about doing lockdowns in Ontario, or like the
Curfew.
overnight.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed out of your fucking
Well, they'll
house.
just keep taking.
Well, they're
That's
gonna.
exactly
They're
it.
just gonna
If-
pull until they
if-
can,
That's
right?
right. If we're not going to stand up for it,
We're caught licking the government's assholes,
That's
pretty
right.
much, and there's nothing we
Yeah.
can do.
yeah, that's it. There's literally not a thing we can do.
Just hope they're washing.
If we're gonna let it happen, it's just gonna happen.
8 p.m. That's a little
9.
fucking early. 9.
Is it 9?
It's like 8 or 9 to
Yeah,
5
it's
in
not,
the morning.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
Unless you're going out for work or health related.
Going out to catch some burbits, buddy.
Imagine what they'll be doing when everyone's locked down. Fucking 5G installation. Every frog will be gay. Every frog.
No more.
They'll be
female
installing
frogs.
5G all over the place.
So they are wanting to do a curfew here too?
That's what it seems
There has
this
been talk.
morning. Like they're enforcing it in Quebec, and then they're talking about doing
Yeah,
it
but
in
Quebec's
Ontario.
always way more strict than
Janked up.
But I think because they did it, now Ontario's like, we can probably do this too. Let's see if we can do it.
There's gonna come a point where people aren't gonna listen
The
anymore.
kettle's boiling kind of thing.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Because people are already like, what the fuck is
Well,
going
they
on?
released that thing 2 weeks ago saying Australia had no new
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. Have you seen what's going on in Australia? Checkpoints every 5 kilometers. Police checkpoints every 5 kilometers.
See,
Why?
that's the confusing
Lined
thing.
up for miles,
Yeah.
and they're checking IDs and
I've seen though.
vaccines, and they're trying to point out in the media that Australia is free
See,
and clear
that's
and
the
has
thing.
no
I've seen
cases.
so much mixed up stuff about Australia kind of thing right now. Like you say, some places say that it's easy, you can do whatever you want, and then some, like you say,
You talk to
it's-
Tom?
I haven't talked to Tom. I don't talk to Tom actually, not lately. No,
We should.
we should.
I'll hit him up. Ask him. What's
Talking
up?
Tom.
I would, but this is the thing where I gotta get more cameras so I can have my phone. Yeah.
Well, actually, no, because last time I did talk to Tom, actually, I have talked to him, but not like
Yeah.
within weeks. But last time I talked to Tom, he said they've been on lockdown, like no breaks or nothing, but for 6-7 months.
That's because
And he
I
wasn't out
asked
of his
him
apartment or
before,
nothing,
yeah,
really, right?
and he
So-
said that they've been on
So
straight.
unless it changed,
And that's the hardest part is you don't really know, like, and it's weird, like here, what the other day it was like it's so fucked up, man. So there was a lineup at is it M&M Meats?
Mhm.
Yeah, so there's a fucking crazy ass lineup at M&M Meats. You can't go in the store, but they have food.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can go into Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And Walmart doesn't have like the whole clothing side blocked off.
No.
You can shop.
Yep. They had Boxing Day sales going, bro.
So it's like,
That's what I mean.
what the fuck?
The,
bro?
the mall's open. Like New York Fries is open in the mall.
But you can't walk into a pet store and pick out your dog's food.
Like it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's you can go get a massage. My registered massage therapist is open right now. But I'm not allowed to tattoo. You can get a haircut if the hairdresser provides hand massages. Because that's an essential service for arthritic people.
are you
I
fucking
swear
serious?
to God.
Lily Spa popping right now.
Yeah.
If you gotta get your dick rubbed in your hand, that's a necessity.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
man.
All the
Well, you
politicians
know
have
that, right? With the hair and stuff. Some political lady was like, there's no fucking way I'm going another 4 months without getting my hair done every 2
Yeah.
In
weeks.
California.
And they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Well,
Let's
do you
not
see
that.
Mags?
Nancy
Did we
Pelosi.
talk about that though last time? The amount of politicians, the amount of Canadian
Get caught
politicians
traveling?
that got
Oh
caught.
yeah, now
traveling?
they're all resigning and they're like, yeah.
It's fucking like what the fuck, man?
It's so severe and everybody needs to be locked down, but we're traveling.
Yeah.
My buddy Steve just drove back from Halifax. He just got out of the military, like served and got out.
Yeah.
And he said that he can go to like Thailand. He can go to like a whole bunch of places.
Yeah, you can still travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to tell us we're locked down and we can't travel. If you have a
They're
passport,
letting
you
people-
can go wherever the fuck you want right now.
Yeah.
How are we not allowed to go anywhere? But they're allowing people from other countries all in.
Yeah.
That's a thing, right? We
You have
can't
to
do
provide
shit.
a
But
negative COVID test.
No, you
It's
can
not on the
leave.
news last
You can
night.
leave.
That's what I mean, though.
We can go on vacation
Okay.
right now.
Yeah.
We're on lockdown.
There's only certain spots you can
Yeah.
go. Like you can't go certain countries won't let you in, but you can.
Just have to get
You can
tested
go.
first.
Because some
It's
people don't buy
and
the
Thailand's
bullshit.
like, we want our economy back.
And Steve
Come to
was
fucking
telling me-
Thailand.
Well, no, it's the same thing. The planes, they're not gonna fucking
They're
shut
full.
down.
No, the planes are full. I've seen those pictures every day. They have people lined
Deep
up
rip,
6 feet
side by
apart in
They're
the
like
runway,
these guys
and
are
then they're side by side, shoulder
Yeah,
to shoulder.
they're not
wearing
gonna
masks
not
to
take-
protect it.
not gonna not take your fucking money.
Yeah.
That's why I find it so weird. It's like I'm literally the other day I was in the parking lot of Fabricland. Like I'm looking in the window. There's employees. They're standing at the cash. I'm calling the fucking store. No one's answering the phone. It's like I made an order online. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck is happening? Like
Throw a big rock through the fucking window. Sorry.
no, but
Give me
it's
my fabric.
just weird because like I own a business.
Yeah.
I'm like
Nobody's
you don't.
held accountable right
You don't
now.
want my
Because
money?
no, that's
Like,
a
you don't
shitty
want my
thing. See,
fucking
that's
money?
a shitty thing, though. We just talked about like it's in-store pickup, but it's like they don't give a fuck. So they're bringing out the shittiest stuff that doesn't even, like you say, you go get fabric, they bring you out something different. Same with, and it's
Well,
like,
they won't even take your
But then-
money half the time.
exactly. But then you got to think though, when you really need something, they come out 2 or 3 times, and you know what I mean. It's like fuck, they don't answer the phones. They just everything's going shit.
Everything's gone to shit, Fran says.
Sons of bitches.
Sons of motherfucking bitches.
It just sucks, man. Because like no one, like they just seem not to give a fuck anymore about their jobs. Even you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when you're sitting there watching them, and you're calling the phone. They're all just sitting there shooting the shit, and then they're like,
The guy at fucking Tim Hortons that day, it was high out of his fucking mind and gave you a plain croissant instead of a cheese croissant.
Yeah, but they do that all the time. That's okay.
"That's that."
I don't sweat on Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons people, I love you so much.
But your IQ is not the highest.
His
I
eyes-
don't
his
even.
eyes
I'm
are
not
as
even
red as
sweating
my-
on you guys, man. If I worked at Tim Hortons, I'd probably give shit the wrong fucking. I'd give people shit the wrong thing too, because I'd hate my job too. So it's okay, guys.
You know how like if you order
okay.
pizza, sometimes
It's
the
dark.
receipt says who made it. It'll like say pizza
Yeah.
prepared by. Mine said ya boy.
Ya
the other day.
boy!
Ya boy. So shout out to ya boy for
Shout
the
out
pizza,
to
bro.
your boy. Thanks, dog. You kept me fed. Dude, I just feel so bad for people who work at Tim Hortons.
They take a
Because
lot of shit.
I've never seen someone get more mad over $2 fucking dollars.
That's a first
Yeah.
world problem. That's people lack that though. That's a first world problem, you know.
Like, and like these, and now the poor fucking, I'm not even know what you call them. I don't want to be racist. I don't know how.
East
What's that?
Indians.
Is that East Indian?
Yeah,
Is that the
thanks.
proper term to
I
call
don't know
it
if
to
it's
say?
proper, but
Yeah.
that's what I call them.
Eastern,
Easter.
Indiano.
The
Ethnic
the
people.
beautiful people that have been coming into our country lately.
Yeah, I like them all.
I feel super bad for them, bro,
Me too.
because fucking, especially in our area, dude, it's bad, and it's to the point where, like, you know, it's so bad when like you're nice to them and they're like, "Thank you for being nice." Like,
That's
you're
it.
so nice.
That's it.
That's
Everybody
the
today, you
whack
only one that-
part, dude. Where you're like, all I did was say thank you. Like I didn't.
You gotta-
It wasn't even
that's
that
the thing
nice
I
to
think
you.
about though too, because last time I was in the drive-through, they like I don't know what the situation is, right? But it's like sometimes they're just like a position of people that fuck with them almost, and it's ignorant. Because there was a girl that like I'm not being rude, but she had a hard time speaking English,
Yeah.
and it was like she was right on the front of the drive-through, and obviously she had. I'm not being dick, but she had a hard time.
That's a manager problem.
That
That's
is-
not that
and that's-
girl's problem.
That's what I mean. That sucks for that girl to have to fucking she loves, like you can tell she guarantees she shows up, she does her fucking job,
She's
right?
vibing.
She was trying, but then the manager was just a bitch and got pissed at her because she wasn't. It's like put her somewhere else, like you know, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't get pissed at the girl when she's doing a fine job, like she was doing what the
Yeah.
best of her abilities when
Yeah.
she was sitting behind her just. It's like, okay, Bertha, help the fucking woman out and quit sighing. Like, you know what I mean, though? It's like, this girl, yeah. Because yeah.
It's just it's a tough. I feel bad for the poor people. The poor people. We're in a
It's like
we're in a
you
rough
said, though,
area
how many
too,
guys come through that drive-thru here and you're like, you dumb piece of shit, I asked for a double-double.
for $2.
Yeah, like,
over $2. You
I
know,
come here
that's-
every day, like,
That's where it's.
Can't have a cup of coffee at home.
yeah, like, fuck off, Jim. Like,
No, there's something about that cup, dog. Look it's the most wonderful. It says it right on there. Okay, it's the most wonderful.
you know what pisses me off? I will say about Timmy's, though. If I'm going to say anything about Timmy's, it's when they give
You know
your
what?
coffee
Okay.
and the lid's half, like, it looks like it's on. So when you grab it, you get in your car and you're like, oh, sorry, sir, that's extremely hot. No shit.
Didn't McDonald's get sued for that? Because birthday ladies were
That was
trying to-
because
I
they
think it
didn't have
was
the hot
Timmy's
label on
because
it.
they didn't have the cup as hot.
They gave me one day, and
I wish
popped
I was
off
that
and
guy
smelled
that
to
was
my
smart
lap,
enough to
but
do
I had
that.
my coveralls on, so and the girl looked like she was like, because when I did it, I grabbed it, and like when I popped it, it just like popped a little bit out on my lap, and the girl felt so bad, like. I'm so sorry, sir. It's like, wait, could you just make sure the lid was on before you gave it to me? Wouldn't have the prairie oysters burning in my fucking pants.
Imagine how many cups though they hand out that motherfucking window, bro. You could have been the only lid she fucked up that day out of fucking like 2,500 cups.
Only lid, bro, but that could have turned into a lot of
Yeah,
money.
dude, let me see that.
But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
When you look at it like that, how many customers do we have in a day, and how many times you fucked the till up?
Yeah, none.
Bullshit.
None, bro.
You had paper written
You got
down
video
yesterday.
evidence?
Yeah, I
You
got lots.
video evidence?
I got
bro?
lots of video evidence, boy.
We have to bring that to your case.
But you know what I mean, though, dog. Like, it's that thing, right?
It is.
Like,
It is. But it's the same thing though too. It all falls down in the like it's a $2 coffee, like you say, right?
yeah.
There comes down to the point though where there's times where it's like you get a little upset when it's like you tell the person just doesn't give a fuck about their job. You know what I mean? Then there's times where it's like
Yeah, but they work at Tim Hortons. What do you expect?
yeah, I expect it's doing anything though. Like you're working at Timmy's, but it's like it's a job. Right?
Go to Starbucks if
Yeah.
you want to pay fancy. You know what I mean? You want service and shit? Go to Starbucks because they're like that's
but
where
it's
baristas.
there's
the
9
same
of them
thing,
behind the
though,
counter and they're gonna fucking write your
Yeah,
name
but
on a
it's like
cup
this
and
kid
give you a
that-
blowjob probably on
but
the
it
way
comes
out.
down to the kid that grew up from Valve and was
When you
hand
lick your
everything. It's
asshole.
like
They might lick your
Yeah.
asshole.
that's why people get pissed though, is because people come here from another country and will do the job better, right?
Well, that's because white people are fucking
It's
lazy.
like a first world problem
They
shit,
actually
though,
wanna
right?
work.
It's just like
Yeah.
a big thing comes down to with food though. It's like you go to McDonald's every day, but it's like you eat that shit, right? It is shitty food and whatever, right? But it's like mind you though, like this food's
That was a great analogy. You go to McDonald's every day, but you eat that shit, bro.
no, but listen,
I
yeah,
go to McDonald's every day.
no, I'm just
If
saying.
I'm going to McDonald's, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah.
yeah, it's shitty. Like, what I'm getting at though, the quality of food is shit. But like when you go there and you get a hamburger, it should look like a hamburger, not a salad, right?
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
But when you're paying $2, you kind of should expect it to look like shit versus like $8 for a hamburger at a
yeah,
restaurant.
that's true. That's true. But
18
still,
bucks. You eat at a restaurant.
it's $2 because it's
Well,
like
I'm from the fucking country. It's better prices up there, okay?
$8. Yeah, I was even kind of like, ooh, that's steep for a burger.
McDonald's. You ain't even getting a McDonald's burger for $8.
Well, I was thinking like the
Oh yeah,
double-
the value meal or whatever. The value.
$2 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm on that. $2.19.
Yeah, I just think that it's gay. Fuck a Mick. Fuck a Rick. Fuck a Dick. It's
Where is
really
Rick?
echoey in here.
He's Rick at the shop.
Rick's at the shop. He's probably super pissed this morning, man. He's probably super pissed because I woke up at I think like 6:30 because Max had to go to work and she drove this morning, so I had to get dropped off here. So I was like here at like 6:45, I think. So he's been by himself. So he's probably pissed,
He's
bro.
probably a little upset.
I put Step Brothers on for him.
But you're not on my drum set!
Why else sweaty?
I am sweaty.
You're
Yeah,
super
well,
sweaty.
fucking-
It's fucked up,
I got
bro.
cold, and I'm cold.
Fran's been watching Cops all morning.
Yeah.
I'm cold and I'm sweating. That's how weird I get.
Don't puff your chest out like that,
My
you
back,
weirdo.
Cringe on my back in. I don't puff my
Cringing?
chest. I cringe my back in.
You
I'm feeling my
cringing
asshole
in, I
right
ain't
now.
puffing out.
Keeping it tight for those tongues later.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, bro. Honest to God, if someone's willing to lick my hairy asshole, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I don't want people in my bubble. That's like the interior of my bubble. That's the eye of the hurricane right there, bro.
That's
Ain't
what
no
makes
one.
the bubble.
Yeah, that's the calm in the storm. You come through there and you're just like, that's like a piece of my soul that no one is getting.
The one thing that I don't understand is the whole secretion. Like we secrete from that.
That's you want to like, why would you
that's
put your tongue there?
deep secretion.
Isn't it? That's all you gotta do.
Dude,
Like you can say the word shit, we shit from it, but the word shit
farts.
doesn't have like any meaning to it because we use it for so many different things. You know,
Yeah, like getting licked.
that's what we're talking about.
If a girl bleached her asshole and that might, I don't know.
Or if she had a douche,
Ooh, anal douches.
she got a douche and she cleaned. If
It's
she
still fucked up
if
to
she
me,
like
though.
completely cleaned her asshole out and then she like
And I got the garden
chloris.
hose and just-
What is that stuff you were using? Chlorophyll or
Cavicide.
Cavicide?
Cavicide bubble.
you want to cavicid? She cavicided her asshole. What do you think? You in?
That's
Yeah.
a tough.
You've got to put whipped cream
Yeah.
on it.
No.
Tattoo.
No, because what if you get a piece of? You're gonna see that in the whipped cream.
There's not going to be any poo. She cleaned her butthole out, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just
Like,
saying.
you know what a doucher does?
I'm
like,
just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just saying.
you guys are taking the whole thing.
taking
to a
another
different
level.
level.
No, I'm like
Because
asking
this
Fran.
is-
I'm just
As I
curious.
said, though, if a
His
girl
buddies
cleaned her
are just like
asshole,
getting
Licking a girl's butt,
Yeah.
I think, is one thing.
Sticking
Having
tongue
your
inside.
girl licked, having your butt licked is a different. That's just how I'm looking at it.
No, I think any shitter is a shitter.
yeah.
Like I said.
I think, again, it's going back to having your anal stimulated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but dudes have a gland in your ass.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
But I feel like, but listen, it's the trick, okay? So here's the.
Here's
the
the trick.
trick is-
Here's
No,
the
no,
trick.
no, 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 no.
Under your belly.
do it.
Right on your back or your belly.
gotta
I
get
know.
out.
It's the what's the word? The anomaly or not?
Anomaly.
Is that what I'm trying to say? It's the riddle. So look, you gotta look at it, right? Dudes were given a fucking penis, okay?
Stimulation.
For stimulation. We stick that in a fucking chick's whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay? Now, you also have a gland that technically
It's
is,
the same thing.
I think it has more. Like, I think our anal gland is similar to, like, the
The
chick's
clitoris of your
chick's
butt.
clitoris. Yeah.
Okay.
So
The
it's like
blitorous.
crazy. That's probably why your buddies like it so much, right?
They're hitting that
So-
blitorous,
I
bro.
hear that. Ah.
So, but the thing is with that shit, right? Is you gotta go down. You
I
gotta
feel like
pick
the-
your path,
okay,
bro.
now here, this could,
You gotta
this is
pick
just,
your path.
This
But
is
that's what I was
chicks.
saying. That's a slippery slope, bro.
Okay, I'm just talking about the gland and the butt thing. What if that's made for pooping?
So when you take a poop, it feels real good.
Not even that. Yeah, when you take a poop, it just don't hurt. It just feels better. I don't fucking know. But what if it's just for pooping?
Why would you have a sensitivity
fucking
gland
know,
in your
man.
ass
I
for
don't
shitting?
know. So I don't
So you get
know.
away from the world for a few minutes and enjoy it.
Enjoy your peace, man. Yeah. Do all animals?
Okay,
and shit, though?
hold
Do
on.
All
But
beings have an
but
anal
now
gland?
hear me out.
Right?
Hear me out.
Yes.
If a fox have an anal
Cats
gland,
do.
Yes.
So-
Beavers do, because
see?
that's how where
See?
we get the flavor from.
See?
Beaver
Yeah,
anal
but
secretion.
hear me out though.
it could be a scent thing too. Maybe back in the day, I shit on this
But-
tree as my turd.
Have you ever had a shit that didn't feel good?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Thank you.
Your anal
Yeah.
gland.
But-
Thank
but
you.
Is it your butt that doesn't feel good or your stomach?
Well, to me, no, it'd be your. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a
my-
good
This
question.
shit is like.
You
Because
guys
if I
are
have a bad
weirdos.
shit, it's like
No, like, bro, you don't even fucking talk about shit. You gotta get into it, dog. I gotta figure it out. So,
You actually tell so much on yourself, though. It's gonna sound gross, but you can actually
yeah,
tell so
well,
much about your health.
yeah, but it's because you don't eat solid food.
Fucked up.
If you ate shit other than Monster
We
and
need that.
soup, you'd have solidness in there, and then
Tushy sponsorship.
Why do you
so we
eat-
get a little bidet.
Does this guy eat soup all the time?
the other morning, yeah, the other morning,
What's your meal
the
plan?
other morning he comes into work, dog, and he's like, I feel good this morning. He's like, I had some breakfast and shit, and I was like, oh, sick, dude.
Eggs, bacon, toast.
Dog, no. He's like, I'm like, what'd you have? He's like, I had some soup, and I'm like on the computer, and I'm like porridge? You had like oatmeal? And he's like, no, bro, like vegetable soup, and I was like,
For breakfast.
bro, I was like, that's a heavy spice to be eating for fucking breakfast, dog. What the fuck? He's like, no, I love soup. Soup in the morning. I'm like, okay, dog. Okay, bro.
Nice bowl of soup looking out the window.
Fucking spice,
That's
nice.
I
You drink
stop
soup?
eating at 8 o'clock at night and don't eat again until at least.
Some people put it in cups and they just drink it when they go, right?
Yeah,
I
I
get
like
super
a sleeve
fat.
of crackers.
Especially
I-
over winter. 'Cause I don't
Oh,
eat as much.
you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ain't drinking it.
I don't eat a lot.
Crunchy
No,
soup.
I like,
Yeah.
I get
I
that.
saw you eating soup on your live the other day.
Yeah, I did. Last
Turkey
night,
soup.
Max made soup. Yeah, it was fire, dude. But homemade soup, how do you go wrong?
It smelled real good when I was leaving.
Oh, dude, it was like, fuck,
you
it was
give
so
this guy
good.
a bowl to take home? He was probably just dying on the inside.
That's why you had soup in the
Just
morning.
dying.
I don't think it was
That
ready,
soup
was it?
smelled really
It-
good.
It wasn't
I'm
ready.
eating
Rats.
She was like, just let me cook it all.
I better get going.
Yeah, that soup smells good though, guys. I'll be out of here soon. Anyone
That
want
soup almost done, mate. I gotta get going here. in a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
how's that soup?
You probably wouldn't even like it. Probably, it had carrots in it. You like carrots?
He
Yeah.
likes
I guess
everything,
if
bro.
you ate vegetable soup,
He's
yeah,
picky,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
This guy's eating it
It's the
all.
only
I know,
time
but-
I eat vegetables.
He's not picky.
I'm used to Mags. Mags fucking will pick them out.
Oh, yeah.
She's like a
Carrots?
4-year-old, bro.
So,
Cook
so is
carrots.
my
Cooks the
girlfriend.
carrots into it.
We
then
get
mix them
chicken
out.
and she like eats chicken and she'll be like, oh, that's a bad piece. I'm like, it's fucking chicken. They cleaned it. Oh no, that piece. Oh, I couldn't. You could eat that piece. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, oh.
It had a fat. It had a
Yeah.
strip. It had
Eat
a
the
strip
rest of
of
the
fat
burger,
on
yeah.
it.
Oh my god! And then she wonders why my daughter's such a picky eater.
That's just it, bro. So listen to this. Mags won't eat cooked vegetables.
At all?
No,
I love
None?
not a single cooked vegetable.
Was she a horse?
No, it's because her mom cut up raw vegetables, and there's a veggie tray every dinner, bro.
Oh really?
Every night at their house, there's a
Why wouldn't they
fucking
saute
a
those
veggie
veggies?
tray.
Veggie charcuterie board.
Because her and her sister's weird. Her sister doesn't like lettuce because it's crunchy. Like, I'm sorry, Renee. I'm sorry, Renee.
Carrots?
No, they won't eat none of that
They're
shit.
crunchy.
Actually, she might eat carrots.
So,
Megan won't eat
tell
carrots.
me the vegetable layout on said platter then.
So there's always cucumbers,
which is
Yeah.
bomb.
yeah,
Yeah.
green
Fucking love.
green peppers,
Ew.
pickles.
I like green peppers.
Gherkins
Pickles
or
are-
like what kind of pickles?
No, like dill. Like her
Yeah.
mom
Baby
makes her
dills.
own dill.
Ooh, I
No,
love
her
those.
mom makes her own dill
Love
pickles.
those,
Yeah,
love
they're
those.
fire.
This is sounding better by the minute, babe. We gotta start doing veggie trays.
There'll be
Every night with
carrots.
dinner.
And there's something else.
Oh,
Celery. Celery's
Not-
main.
they,
Not-
do they do broccoli and cheese sauce
Yeah,
over there?
yeah,
Oh, I love
yeah.
broccoli and cheese
But
sauce.
not
I'm a
cooked,
fan.
bro.
See, that'd be weird.
What?
Broccoli, but not cheese
Broccoli,
sauce.
raw broccoli.
They'll
cheese
have
sauce.
no.
You sound like reptilian.
It'll, but they never have cheese sauce. It'll be like a ranch
Aliens,
Red
bro.
or a
Does that-
vegetable.
Does that even
Are they
have
tortoises?
or-
O negative blood by chance?
I don't
I
know.
think they're
Or
tortoises.
isn't it RH? What's that really rare blood type? RH negative or something?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Close to that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be alien blood.
Yeah.
They only eat vegetables.
Supposed to be alien blood.
Yeah, that's
They eat
true. That
veggies.
RH negative blood or whatever. It's supposed to be alien blood. They've never been able to trace it to any lineage of humans. And there's like 1% of the population that has it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
Elon
Well,
Musk
there's-
probably has it.
There's
Yeah.
like, isn't there like 3% of our DNA that they can't tell what it is?
I don't know. I never heard that.
I'm pretty sure that.
I've heard something like that. Yeah,
I'm
there's a
pretty
certain
sure there's-
percentage of our DNA they don't know where
Oh, dude, you can see you in that too, bitch.
alien.
It's like,
breeding,
yeah,
bro.
it's like they say it's like stardust.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we come from space.
All we are is dust in the wind.
Oh.
Well, it's pretty weird.
Dusty
It's pretty
farts.
crazy that when you look at all that stuff, like how planets line up, how it lines up like our body with the exact same spaces between each thing, and like the roots of trees look like our bronchial tubes.
That's what I
and
like. I like the roots, like the tree root and the whole nervous system layout
stuff
and all
like
that.
you
Yeah,
know
I
what
think
I mean,
that's
we
cool.
are connected to this earth, so
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So people can say whatever the fuck they want, but our insides reflect the outside.
Mhm.
Like we're a direct
We're
being
same.
of
Mhm.
this. That's what I was saying about the vibration. That's why if we went somewhere else, we're not of that. We're not built from
Yeah.
those surroundings.
I like that analogy you have because even it's like one of them things like if you don't.
People say it all the time though. If you meet someone, you're like, oh, I vibed well with that person.
Yeah.
You're on the same vibrational pattern. Of course you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say it vibe, but they don't think of it as
Is that
what
they're actually
as
saying?
as a literal term.
Yeah.
A vibration.
It's like whole fucking I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but it's like if you have a cup and this is what you start with, and this is all you know, the things you build are going to be based off of that kind of concept, right? So it's like we always like really we have us, so it's like, and then you start to see patterns and all those things. So you're gonna build. That's why I'm like, man, anything is possible.
But that's why I think
We
it
just
would
don't
be
know
easy
it.
to fake space too, because
Well, anything can be faked, bro.
because you just look at the internal body, you already have a layout, and you just project it up into the space where we can never go and say it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like even the things
That's
like
why they got us because we don't know.
Exactly.
We always so curious and we always wonder,
And we
right? It's
just
like what's
take
out
what
there.
we're told.
And
as
kind
what
of
it
too,
is.
but kind of too, it's what you want to take from it, right? You know what I mean? Because it's like I don't know what I think about space personally, but like I have so many theories. But like you think it's water, right? We all probably have a little different of a twist on it, right? But a little bit falls back down to what you said too, what we were born with, what we were all your parents, you know, whatever.
Told ya is what you're gonna
school, 100%.
Right.
Well, but you can learn, you can put twists on it, but kind of always falls back to a little bit down to what you were always.
believe. You're not
generally
going to
taught.
restructure your whole belief system over one thing.
Exactly.
That's the hard thing. So I was saying about the U.S. right now too. That you gotta tear down the ideology and everything that's there so that you can rebuild fresh. And that's what you got to do in your mind. When you start to think, yeah, the moon landing's fucking a hoax for sure. Then you start thinking like, fucking. They said all the telemetry data from all that stuff is destroyed. We'd love to go back to the moon, but we don't have the technology for it. But the technology they had was less than this,
Mhm.
whatever this thing is.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's
It's so that. Yeah, it's so weird how it's like something.
You watched the Neil Armstrong movie on Netflix?
no, I don't watch Netflix. I told you. And Neil Armstrong's a liar.
Yeah, no, it's just a movie about how it all happened.
Yeah, he's been questioned so many times, and he's like, "Do you ever see the interview where he talks to that little girl?" And she's like, "What was it like on the moon?" He's like, "Well, if we ever went, I could let you know." And then he stops and he's like, "Oh, well, it was crazy." And then there's other clips where he's like, "Yeah, you couldn't see a single star; it was pure black." And he's like, "Of course you could see stars." Like, Neil, make up your mind, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I need to quit drinking before these interviews.
now that they do it, you have to go to school to be an astronaut. Blah blah blah. You're trained.
You gotta
to
train to be an
clone.
actor. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Back then, they were just grabbing random dudes that knew how to go to space and sending them there. And then when they were questioned about it after, they were like, "Oh, maybe you want to take this question."
It's such a fucking
Look down the movie that points out though is that he was like the normalest dude out of all the people that they were like trying to get,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and he was like just super normal, regular ass dude.
Yeah.
And so, like,
Of course,
they
Netflix
could-
would want to pay.
They remind me of that
Sure,
movie like
yeah.
Armageddon,
But so
where they go and
they
recruit
do
all
whatever
those
the fuck they
people.
want, right?
Netflix is going to paint a picture of him just being a normal guy, not an old lion fucking
Yeah.
bitch.
well, no, but he's saying too, like the more like normal this motherfucker is, the easier he is to be cloned and trained, right? I'm assuming
Yeah,
that's what
and
you're trying to say,
manipulate.
manipulated
Yeah.
to
Do
tell
what-
the story,
do what they
right?
want.
Yeah, because that's the hardest part. You're like, all you have to look at is like how in the fuck, like they didn't even have the fucking internet back then.
But they were sending signals live from space to people's televisions.
Do you know what I mean?
Did they do that Wi-Fi or were they using coax cable, like
Well, they were definitely doing it over a cable fucking broadcast, 150%.
through the Van Allen radiation belt?
Yeah.
Like, it just makes absolutely no sense.
No, and all you need to do is look at like,
Bubbles in space.
well, why haven't they been back?
Yeah.
It's 45, 50
Elon's
fucking
shooting all
years.
these rockets all over the place. Land one somewhere.
Yeah, like why are you
Yeah.
under the moon?
Where are you shooting them?
Why aren't you doing TikToks on the moon and shit? Like
Yeah.
if it's like, but I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like if they went there 45 fucking years ago and
Yeah.
we've seen more technology since we were fucking 10,
Mhm. Yeah.
how in the fuck are these assholes not
They're landing the spaceships
moonwalking
again.
on the fucking
That's what I'm
moon?
saying.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it just doesn't fucking add up. None of like that's all you need to look at is it's 50 fucking years later. We're like,
And we've done nothing.
and
to it.
nothing.
Nothing.
And the
Nothing.
way that we've destroyed the world, you think there'd be a bunch of shit ass buildings up there?
Yeah,
Walmart,
yeah, like
They were
like
telling us
There'd be at
that
least one
25 years
Costco.
ago that people will live on Mars by 2020.
Yeah.
Remember they were saying Mars will be colonized. They'll have buildings. They'll have hospitals. They'll have blah blah blah. Well, where's all that?
yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
They just keep us locked down in this simulation, and fucking, we'll all be okay with it.
I'm Joe. No, we're all fine.
Yep. I'm chill. I'm chill. He says.
I'll be
Vibing.
Just keep smoking.
I'll be
weeds.
chill once we make some more money. Then I'll be
Vibing
chill.
on that vibration.
That's the thing. We should have bought Bitcoin, guys.
It
You
makes
see that? Bitcoin's
Yeah.
gone up $20,000 in 2 weeks.
yeah,
It went from
Bitcoin's-
21,000
but
before Christmas.
still,
It's over 40 grand now.
yeah, I was gonna say it's still a
For
lot of
what?
money.
One
coin?
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
When they were 34
But-
cents to buy back in the day.
It's something that you can never physically hold, though, right?
Yeah, it's a currency. You-
it's
but they
just
have-
a-
But
I've
you
never
they
looked
have
into
they
it.
have
ATMs
machines now.
accept Bitcoin, yeah.
They
So
have
You get a coin?
No,
No,
it's
you
on your
can-
ATM.
No.
It transfers into cash.
transfers
so a
into
fraction,
money.
You can take it a quarter of a Bitcoin that can transfer to say $15,000.
Yes. And then you still have 3/4 of your Bitcoin. You can sell a quarter of it. You can sell the whole thing.
And now the place that you do the transaction, they take a fraction of that Bitcoin money.
'Cause I've
it
seen, like,
seems
in, like,
weird though,
store
because I'm like,
windows-
where's the money come from?
I've seen like in-store windows, it's like Visa Interact Bitcoin.
That's what I don't
They
understand.
mine the Bitcoin from like figuring
Yeah,
out
I
a way-
understand
it's
that.
fucked how it
I
works,
don't
but it's
understand
made-
that.
It's made
But
up. It's literally made up.
That's
It's made up. So
that's-
they make up the currency, and then people, computers, figure out
But
this
at-
guessing game.
but at
for their
some
numbers. They
at
guess the
some
numbers.
time
it translates to real money.
at
sometimes.
some time someone had to pay. They had to pay
Mhm.
whatever.
Even to start up anything, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it
but where
needs
does
it.
money come from? Regular money. come
It
from?
needs.
So I think what people did was they bought into
No, they
Bitcoin.
print it.
See, now that
Okay,
makes-
so they're allowed to print money. Like they have whatever, but they're only allowed to print a certain amount of money off of like people in their country. Basically, like when we're born, we have like
How
a
much
debt.
workforce we're worth.
Yeah, right. So they're only allowed to print. That's why we owe money to the World Bank and shit, because we're not allowed to print. We're like out. That's how you get into debt, basically, because you're like,
overprinted.
yeah, like you
But
can't make any more money, so that you have to go to these assholes who have a lot of They have all the fucking money, essentially. I just don't understand how it fucking works.
I think it works as like a credit union, essentially, and like the stocks, right? So people buy stocks in Bitcoin, so they own a percentage of that. But then the credit union is like all the money in Bitcoin. It's like I have say 30,000, you have 30,000, you have 30,000, but it's all in there. I take out 15. That fraction that comes from everybody's money, but
That's what it is, because that's how a credit union works. So
So-
credit union, like you buy into the credit union.
Invest.
And then
Right.
those stocks and
Yeah.
investors also are in it too, but they actually share a fraction of the company, but all that investments. And essentially, at the end of the day, if anything was to happen, that shit can just
Can disappear.
100%.
Yes, that's what I don't understand.
Our real money, our paper fucking money, is really just a number generated from a computer somewhere.
Yeah,
in the first place.
no, you're right. It is a
It all is,
fixated.
Yeah,
It is a
so that's
fixated.
Bitcoin's
Yes.
essentially the same thing. It's just a new.
The
version.
number in your bank account money is not there, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you want it, they
Yeah.
just print it out.
Yeah. So basically, how it works is probably because
But they're
So-
allowed to do that in the banks too. The government can seize your funds now. They released that because we're with all the debt that we're in now. They claimed a thing, and Greece done it years ago when they crashed there. They went in and only allowed people to take $60 out, and then they kiboshed it, right? And that's when their dollar crashed. But they can do that in Canada. So if your bank or anything happens to the government, they're allowed to go in your bank, take your money if they.
Well, I
really,
wanted
really
to talk
need
to you guys about this.
And
Okay.
then
So, the podcast we did last week about conspiracy shit, okay? So I tell my cousin Jay I was mentioning. He goes on YouTube. The first thing underneath our podcast is this Jimmy Fallon thing, and it's Scott Seymour, spelt with my exact name, the falsetto conspiracy theorist. Talking about the moon
the
landing
fuck?
being
Let me
fake.
see that.
Right? So, wait, watch. Bro, like, just watch this. Let me turn it up.
Conspiracy theorist named Scott Seymour.
Listen.
I read that airlines in the U.S. is to include less seats on planes
Listen.
to increase passenger legroom, but cost more per ticket.
Put it up near your mic.
In an effort to be more green and use less fuel.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want you to think.
I'm sorry, guys. It's Scott Seymour, the falsetto conspiracy theorist. Scott, you think that airlines are just saying they're going to be more green as a way to charge more money?
Think? Jimmy, I know. These airlines are run by corporate bigwigs who couldn't care less about the environment. They just want more Benjamins to line their suit pockets.
Right?
How in the
That's- no, here's-
What in
My
the fuck?
name-
When did this
my
get
name- say, when
was this
posted?
released?
My name,
One of my
everything.
Bro, 2015, March 6, 2015. This is fucked up, man. You gotta see this. Like, it's
and it's just a made up puppet.
no, it's
No,
a dude. It's a
in-
physical person.
in the audience.
And like I thought when he
Look,
sent it to me, I thought it was one of those gigs where you like type in your buddy's name and then it like
Yeah.
it lip
Yeah.
syncs it. It's real. It's an actual like sitcom like gig. It's an actual.
yeah, it's a
whole-
skit.
It's a comedy skit.
It bit off my left nut.
That's ridiculous.
I'll tell you what's ridiculous. The fact that any sort of net neutralization act has yet to be released to the public. It's so obvious that
That's fucked, bro.
Right? Right under our video. That's the video
so
that comes
crazy.
up.
That's so crazy.
That's the video that comes
Just
up.
that it's your name.
Right? And it's talking about the exact stuff, saying space is fake and all that shit. Like, it blows my fucking mind, bro. I thought, because you know
How is it your
I
name,
know.
dude?
You know how you can like click things and like type
What
names in and
the
then it'll like lip sync it over? You'd be like, so yeah, you know
That's
what I mean.
fucked, eh?
Scott Seymour.
No,
And
Jimmy
then-
Fallon
I
said
know,
it in the episode.
I know, bro. I know.
He said this is. He's
Scott
like, no, this
Seymour.
is Scott Seymour, the falsetto
spelled the same
conspiracy
way my
theorist.
name
Yes,
is.
bro. Yes, I seen it.
Like,
I put it on the camera.
it's
It's
insane.
it is on. It's on
Dude.
video.
It's insane.
Flip that out as Scotty's intro for every time he comes.
Yeah. That's epic, dude. We could, yeah. But, dude, what the fuck?
Right? When he sent it to me, I was sure it was just one of those gags where you just type in your buddy's name and then it like lip syncs it. This is Scott Seymour. Here today, you know? Where it's like in a different voice and blah blah blah, but it was an actual skit.
That's like Mandela
Right?
fucking
Yeah.
like,
Reversed.
dude.
Bro, if I was a weaker person mentally, that would have crushed me. Like, And my girlfriend's
I'm
imagine he had
fucking
face
struck.
tattoos and dressed like a skater.
That would
I'd be like, oh, that'd be it. I'd kill myself.
That would have been
That'd been over. That'd been over.
That would have been it, for
Right?
sure, bro.
But is that not just the irony of it? To have like the exact name and he's talking about
dude.
Well,
The
they
fact-
can probably see it if they go and if it's
The
underneath
fucking
the video, right?
fact
Yeah.
that there's a skit called Scott Seymour.
the falsetto.
I don't care about falsetto. Conspiracy theorist
Yeah, I know.
on fucking Jimmy Fallon is
Yeah.
fucked up, bro.
I know, and it's the video right under ours.
That's even more
So
like
when you go onto that video and you click Frosty Living Podcast and then you go to related videos, that's the second video right underneath it. It's not your other podcasts. It's that podcast. Or it's that skit from Jimmy Fallon. It's pretty weird.
It is very weird.
It's pretty weird.
that's fucked, man.
You know, like things connect in the universe sometimes, but that was just
Well,
one of them
and
that
here you
threw
go,
me
right?
off.
Like, here you go. And this is like, how many more fucking times are we gonna come across this, bro? This is only the third fucking
Mhm.
fourth episode.
Yep, third.
Okay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So once we get into this shit and people are actually watching this and commenting and
Shit.
sending
Yeah.
us stuff and
Yeah.
showing us shit, that's when shit's
It's
gonna
be
get.
weird.
That's when it's gonna get fucked up, man. It's gonna be so cool.
That's just my cousin sent me that, and I was just, wow. What's the chances?
That's
Right?
that's wild. Like,
Too canny. Too uncanny. Like, there's not. The chances are 1 in 7.2 billion.
well, the name is
That's
so
what I'm saying.
fucked
There's
up.
7.2 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
They picked my exact name.
Like,
And a conspiracy theorist. Not just.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Scott's like, I feel exposed.
Well, that's what my girl was like, imagine he had face tattoos. I'd be like, if he did, that'd be it.
That would have been
We've been Chuck
yeah.
We're going back
Literally.
to tube TVs
Yeah.
and getting rid of my phone.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
Literally has
fuck
the
the
matching
internet.
Yeah.
moon. Like,
Google Home's listening. Because you know how Google Home just like lights up sometimes?
fuck
while it's
Google
playing
Home.
music?
I've been at friends' house.
See, I
and
don't
they're like,
have
check
any of
this
that
out.
shit.
My coffee maker turns on. Hey Google, how many humps does a camel have on his back? Tells them everything.
Yeah.
And then they'll be sitting there, we'll be talking, about an hour later we'll be getting baked. What was that, sir? Alexa turns on. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? Or it's like,
Alexa
ding, ding.
on.
And then she'll
You're-
relay back
Yeah.
what we said, and it's
You
like,
must go and kill your mother.
Yeah.
Go
With
upstairs
some
and
lotion on the
yeah,
skin.
go upstairs and kill your
Well, I
mother.
find it's weird. We have our fish tank right beside our Google Home.
well, you gotta Google.
Oh, yeah. My daughter loves that thing, dude. We already have phones that are listening to us. Why the fuck not have
Yeah,
it?
we're that far in.
We
right?
carry this in our pocket.
Yeah.
The Google Home's in the kitchen. But anyway, it's beside our fish tank. Sometimes you'll walk in and the Google Home will be replicating the sound of the fish tank.
Really?
Yeah, like that light.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yes, it does that.
That's creepy.
Right?
That's creepy.
And I'll be like, babe, did you hear that? And she's like, yeah, is that not the fish tank? I'm like, no, that's the Google Home making the fish tank sound.
Like on its own.
It's mimicking the
Yeah.
sound, like learning it.
It's like bored. It's like bored because you're not telling it
That's
what to
right.
do.
It's got no music playing. It's just
Yeah.
sitting ambient,
Yeah.
I'd fucking skip that old
Read,
Google Home
like,
across the
maybe-
bay so
Yeah.
fucking hard.
like storing sounds in its bank.
Yeah.
Oh, this
AI.
is close enough to a fish tank. It
Yeah.
can hear the sound.
AI, for sure.
And then it recreates it and stores it.
That's wild, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
What kind of fish do you have?
A beta.
That's the only thing he got from that. He's like,
Yeah.
what kind of fish you got in that?
Just a beta. My daughter got a beta named Galaxy.
See, now I wonder
Sick.
if it can, like, you know, it's got your voice.
That,
you know
it
what I
does.
mean?
It
Like,
does. I've heard that shit before. They were saying before.
You should try
when-
that. Mimic my voice, Google, and
No,
see
they
what it does.
when the fucking 9/11 happened, there was that technology. They had phone calls from people to their families that weren't even on the planes. You know what I mean? Because no one was
Yeah.
on those planes. They had like phone calls from people that were saying, and people were calling in being like, "That was my voice used, and I haven't been on a plane in 8 years." And shit like that, because Google was taking voices. Because you know how they do that on computer.
Or they could just clip
you
it.
go onto Google and type in
Yeah.
like good-looking people, and 4 of those people will be real. 8 of them will be like computer-generated real people.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, like beautiful people that people steal the pictures for like they've done it on Catfish, and then they like research the picture and like this is a computer-generated image. This isn't a real person.
That's wild.
This is not even a real person that they used. Yeah, so
That's crazy.
then they have your voice. They've created a person, and now they have a voice they can stick to it. Deep fake, deep fake, deep fake.
We'll fucking get his Amazon, we'll get his social, or his
We're in the
credit
deep
cards
fake
and all
south.
that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's wild.
Yeah.
They already have your picture. They already know what your fucking voice,
Doesn't
your
know
fish
my
tank,
voice.
your family sounds like. They could literally call. They could call your family somewhere and have like your whole family talking. Like it was
And the
all-
fish
Not
and the
one
fish
each
sound
Blub,
going.
blub, blub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my fish tank. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh fuck,
Galaxy
Scotty's
says
near.
hi.
Scotty's near the fish tank.
Like, you know?
How's Galaxy doing?
You should do
Crazy.
that. Go
Yeah.
home and be like, "Can you repeat my voice, Google, or see if it'll like, you know."
Well, do you remember when Alexa and Google first came out and you used to see all the creepy videos of the shit they'd say? Like, hey Alexa, are you made by the CIA to spy? And they'd be like, they'd say crazy shit. Now they don't do that. They just say, sorry, we don't have the answer for that right now, and shut off immediately.
Yeah.
Just shut off.
Yeah.
Then you're like, hey Google, and it takes a second to like reload itself because it like shut off.
Yeah.
You asked me something, fuck, I'm out.
There's like shut off commands and stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, because when those things first there's like they don't have all the fucking
The stuff, exactly. It's just like when
Commands
they
in
put the first Xbox out.
Yeah.
Of course, they have the heatsink problem. When they first put the Alexa out, they'll
But-
answer anything.
They were even saying that when the first Connect
Yeah.
came out,
Yeah.
that people could hack into your Connect.
Oh, they do it all the time. I see people
Right.
hacking into people's baby monitors and screaming at sleeping babies and shit.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like, where would you get your rocks off screaming
That's fucked up.
devil shit at sleeping babies, you sick fucking cunts?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But people do that, and it's all about convenience. Let's have video monitors so we can just watch the baby. And then people hack into them, and they're like fucking showing the baby
That shit
shit
to me is
and all
fucking
sorts.
scary, man. That's to me like scares me.
Yeah.
Like to like have cameras in my house. I don't even know why I'd have cameras in my own fucking house.
Well, that's why I don't like the
But, like-
cars. The car thing is fucked.
What do you mean?
Like,
Self-driving.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Because you can, and it's been proven they can hack into even like not say Teslas and shit, but like cars in like 2019,
newer ones with
20.
the computers in
yeah.
it, bro. Of course they can.
why, bro?
They
can
all
hack
have
into
they all
Teslas.
even have a signal coming from them, right? Like a wireless fucking signal. So it's like you can get an internet connection from your car. How if
They
it's
can
not
you can shut your phone off and they can
your
still
your
track you.
your CIBC bank account is probably more encrypted than your fucking car is. You know what I mean? Like if you hack OnStar,
Well, you got
you could probably control someone's fucking vehicle right there.
Yeah, you got to think about that. When the revolution happened and there's 20,000 people driving to Washington and they're like, no, they just shut the grid down. And everybody's out in the highway in their cars. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Not saying that's why, but like it's that simple.
That's gonna be another big thing people I think are gonna, because everybody's got this united big plan, right, for when shit goes sour. But it's like you're not gonna be able to communicate, so you're gonna shut your cell phones down.
Facebook's
Internet,
bad.
everything, right?
Yeah.
So you can't call your homies or fucking message them on DM and be like, "Yo, bro,"
No.
like it's like your shit's gone.
Yeah.
EMP, a
Solar flare.
little bit of gold in the pager.
That's pager. Who's gonna call your pager?
Rick James,
This guy's
bitch.
got a pager and no phones work anywhere. Why is nobody?
That's what the gold's for, bro.
Yeah.
Fashion up an antenna.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not for currency.
Send and receive.
Oh, if you need it, rip a little piece off.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I'm tired today.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, big time. I stayed up all night. I was pumped to tattoo in here today. I always get myself like.
You get way too excited.
Yeah.
4 in the morning, he's just like,
Yeah,
it's
when
time.
you guys sent me those videos, you're like, you fucking coming? I was like, what? Fuck do you mean am I coming? I just fucking stayed up till like 1 in the morning, and I usually go to bed at like 8:30. Legit. I'm like an 8:30 in sleeping by 9:30, 10.
Really?
And
eh?
last night I was fucking like power smoking bombs. Like I said, it's something cool. I've never done it. I've
Yep.
tattooed this long, and I've never got to like,
Yep.
do it. Like, fuck that video. We can edit that video with cool music. I can
Yep.
put it on my Instagram and shit.
Yep.
Be fucking famous.
Yeah, some
I'll get a
sick.
tat one day from you too.
Hey, you
I'll set
better.
my game
One
up.
day.
I'll set my
One
game
day.
up.
I'll
It'll be
get
one
a
day
tat.
soon. Mind you, it'll be one day soon. I don't know how much days we got left.
Now that he's seen the process, right?
Yeah.
January 20th. It was nice. It was actually nice to see it. Cause fuck, I've never actually
I know,
seen it.
and
Right?
people
Yeah.
think it's a lot different.
I wish that my very first tattoo I could have seen it 1st
Mhm.
before getting my 1st tattoo, just to be like, oh, it's not
Boys,
as bad as
Yeah.
some of the
Or
fucking
judge it,
tattoos
right?
too.
To
It's
be
like,
oh, this is how it should be.
you've
Yeah.
seen some
Well-
of these tats, and all the first tattoos I've seen, I ain't about to get no fucking.
No, and you're getting like a nice experience because there's like shit going on.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Oh,
not just.
It's I found it way nicer having like people talking
Yes.
and shit to like it
Yes.
gets your mind off.
Yes.
That's
if
why when you go
start
to my
feeling a little
studio at
shitty
home,
or
it's
anything.
covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mind's always looking at reading, looking.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's something everywhere.
Yeah.
The honeycomb effect.
But like at my buddy's house, like I painted the room myself, and then like I've seen all the stuff that's up on the wall so many times. It's like
Yeah, you're
gets,
just.
gets a little boring, but it's still a nice
How
experience.
long did that
but,
take?
2 sittings. Each one was like an hour.
Not bad.
So yeah,
Right on.
and that was like 20 minutes. The bird.
Fuck yeah, man. That's like what you want, right? A swallow on the back of your arm or something. You were saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
black around it.
yeah. There's like there's a hole
Yeah.
somewhere, so I just figured we'd do like a negative.
Yeah, do like an image.
Yeah. But then I want to get like a flower on my elbow too or something.
Like a Mandela flower.
Yeah.
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 I'm down.
Just cause there's like a hole here and a hole here, but fucking yeah, I might eventually just black the whole thing.
Mhm.
Cause I have a bunch of line work that I'm like,
I can't wait till this whole COVID pandemic shit's over, so we can just get back to making money to buy dirt bikes and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking shitty right now.
no
that's for
doubt,
Sure.
no doubt. It's weird because the shop goes in waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be like busy for a couple weeks and then it just seems like
Serb died off for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Serb come back.
a lot like we don't have a lot of those month customers.
No.
So luckily, you know what I mean? Because I know some of the shops out here are hurting because of that, right?
Yeah, dude. When I worked at the shop, I worked at the 1st and the 20th. Were like,
Yeah.
fucking bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be like, holy, we just emptied 5 or 6.
That's
trucks.
okay.
This one's not recording.
Really?
Yeah, and I just hit the record button a minute ago, and it's not recording again.
Oh, we're all full. We've been in here for like 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
You got 2 seconds that time.
It's been vibing.
Yeah, bro. It's noon. We
Yeah.
started at like a little after what, 9 or a little before 10?
Around 10ish.
Yeah.
I know it's that 4K. I get about 2 hours because I got an hour and 56 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm good if you guys are good.
Whenever you start,
So just tried to hit recording. That was a minute backwards.
Oh, yeah, 'cause there's the
the video I took coming up here.
That's the Bitcoin shit.
What you know about them rare curtains?
They change them every couple weeks too.
Do they?
They keep them fresh. Yeah. There was a Harley one up a couple weeks ago.
That's pretty legit.
Hey guys, just a
When it
very,
was still
very, very,
warm
very,
around, they
very
didn't
quick
have them
video.
up, and there's a great big fucking the tie-in, the neg, like the squares and the diamonds.
6 Nation. That's a classic
There's that
flag.
up on the
Curtains,
wall.
alright.
Like a decal on the wall in that room.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I think we're gonna cut her short because all my cameras are fucking dead, and this might even just be a black screen of audio at the end of the video. But I think this is still recording. Yeah. Thanks. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
Yeah.
A little different flow than normal.
Word to the Bizzard if you want to check out some more work.
Yeah, definitely go hit up Scotty's page.
We'll do another one. Couple
Yeah.
weeks or something.
Yeah.
When
Gentle hands.
somebody's ready to go.
Yeah.
Gentle hands.
Gentle hands.
Yes.
The big old
Yeah, Scotty will make you feel good, all warm and fuzzy, and you leave happy.
Hand massage.
Yeah, we don't have to talk all this crazy shit. I'm a pretty good
Make you
judge
look
of
good,
character. If you seem conservative, we'll be conservative. If you seem fucked, we'll get fucked.
He'll make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, we hit some weird topics today.
Yeah. And again, like just to cover it, like again, no hate on homosexuality or anything of that nature. It just caught me a little off guard that my friends like having their buttholes licked. I'm not hating on gay guys, hating on anyone, even those guys. I love those guys.
I think
What Scotty said times 2.
I think people understand the vibe of this podcast. I was coming up with like a little thing I was gonna say at the beginning, but I think people understand that you can't take anything we say fucking serious. You know, this is just like us having good conversation.
Mhm.
This is like expand your mind.
And we're not here to offend.
No,
Out of anything. We
No.
like everybody. We talked about that. So there's no,
yeah,
don't take offense to anything that was said.
no, and I feel like a lot of things that like are said in here are just like more so.
Friends talking.
Yeah, it's a
You're
question.
getting a real vibe
Yeah.
when you're here.
Yeah, it's like
We're not scripting. We're
No.
not acting. We're not like, hey, don't say that. You get the real gist of it.
Yeah.
And I just don't want people to think Scott's fucking.
You know what?
anything that I'm not.
So this is so good you said that because I watched a live yesterday, and there was a dude who was like, "You can't like own a brand and be a comedian."
Yes, you can.
No,
You can
just
do
hear me
whatever
out.
you want.
Because he's like, "You're gonna crush your shit," and I'm like, I see his point, but I'm like on the other side, I'm like, that's exactly what people need right now. Is like,
Something to take them away
it's
from
fucking
us.
truth,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Nobody's real with anything anymore. You know what I mean? And if we can have a conversation that's like actually authentic and we
Real
don't,
guys being real.
you know,
Yeah.
just questioning what the fuck is going on around us, because that's all we're really fucking doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not trying to offend anybody. You know?
Opinions.
Yeah, it's one love, always in here.
That's it.
And yeah, we hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. Go check out Scotty's page. Word to the Bizzard.
Check out the YouTube. What's it called?
Uh,
Frosty Living?
The YouTube, you'll find the podcast if you search Frosty Living. I don't even know what the fucking channel's
I
called.
think it's on the Ryan Bud.
Yeah,
It's on. I
Ryan.
think it's
Ryan
on
Buds,
mine.
Ryan
Yeah.
Buds.
But I gotta change all that shit. I want to actually start a channel that's just the podcast.
Mhm.
But I gotta, yeah, yeah. I'm
Like-
behind. Videos. Well, once I get I got this figured out. I think now with the speeds and shit. So if I can figure that out, it'll go quicker, and then I won't be sitting there for 8 hours trying to fucking and then getting pissed off because I'm not anywhere anyways. But yeah,
Thank you.
yes.
Happy
And-
New Year.
Go to the website and scoop some gear if there's any left. FrostyLiving.com. Check out Frano2 on Instagram. Frostyman Fran.
Yeti Nikes.
Yeti and
Yeah.
Nikes. You guys know who I am. You're sick of me, I know. One love. Yeah, I think so.
I heard it's cold up there.
Say what you feel.
I don't feel nothing.
I hear,
Yeah, we know that.
I hear he's got a pussy.
What?